Fight Fiend forecast is back for another full card prediction show. This for UFC 329. And we get to break it down with a special guest. A nice little collab. The first time I collab on a full prediction show, we're bringing in MMA Toad. MMA Toad is here.
What a fucking intro, my guy. Thanks for having me, man.
You like that?
Oh, yeah. No, I love it. I love your work, dude. Thanks for having me on again. Card's crazy. We've been pretty spoiled. Anyone bitching about fights in the last, I don't know, month span or so, you're crazy. This is what we waited for. Yeah, the Mac is coming back, and it's a hard ask, but I just respect that he's actually coming back. That we know of. I haven't seen if he was even in the Embedded 2 video, because he certainly wasn't in the first one.
Nope. I don't think he's in the second either. No, not on the second either. And he's not even in Las Vegas right now, but he's still running at nighttime, training hard. It looks. Hopefully he makes the trip to Vegas soon. And maybe he's in Embedded 3, if that's out tonight or tomorrow. Maybe he's not in the third one either, Toad.
Hey, you better pay attention to these embedded numbers. There might be a code here with the Mac. I know you're into that kind of thing, so
I'll have to keep my eye on that.
Yeah, so if you see what number he appears on, and yeah, do your thing from there, I guess, right? But no, your shows are great. If you guys don't know, Fiend is out here. He's capitalizing on prop shows, quick bets. He's doing he's making up cards. We have a lot of fun, and I'm grateful for the time that I get to tap in. But if you didn't know, now you fucking know. Tap in with Fight Fiend forecasts, and he's gonna take good care of you. There's a Discord popping off right now with all kinds of sports, all kinds of cappers, and the community is thriving. Make sure you hop over there. I do have my own little section that you guys can find picks and all that as well. But yeah, without further ado, brother, I'm ready. Let's go.
Toad's tapping in. Full card prediction show. McGregor, Holloway 2. There's another rematch on this event. Sandhagen, Mario Batista. So we got a bunch of good fights. The lead up to the main event of the evening is really good. So let's get it going. First fight of the night in Las Vegas is Cody Durden, Alessandro Costa. Cody Durden coming in here 18-10-1. Alessandro Costa 16-5. Very competitive fight, but the bookmakers have it Costa minus 250, and I think that is respectful. He's off back-to-back wins here, training with Diego Lopez, and I think he is the fighter to win this fight on the feet. He possesses a lot of power, and I like his boxing. That's what he's looking to do in these fights, use his boxing, but his grappling is underrated, and I think he could use that in a fight like this too, where Cody Durden has been submitted more times than he's been knocked out. Cody Durden, though, is always a live dog, so you got to be a little careful when betting against him, as he cashed as a dog multiple times before. Normally, he's an underdog, and he's won about half of his fights in the UFC. Some of them at bantamweight, so could be the bigger frame in there. Could have some good wrestling exchanges here at flyweight. I know Cody Durden likes to throw with a lot of volume, and he has that forward pressure. That's kind of what scares me on the Alessandro Costa side. And then there's some other warnings like Tapology picks versus the betting probability here. The implied probability is a little bit different than Tapology picks. We all know Alessandro Costa is a heavy favorite this week, Toad. So is he your pick this week? And how much confidence are you going to have in him?
Remember, I was in your chat earlier and I was busy, but I was getting off a couple croaks here and there, and I said activity. And you thought I meant volume and his striking, although that is maybe one thing to put out there. He is definitely more of a power puncher. He lacks that overall volume, but when he hits you, sometimes quits you. He's got that kind of possession, that power. But the activity was his fight activity. He's been cutting a few times now. He's definitely out here getting after it. And, yeah, he didn't really take any damage, right? So I get it from that perspective. The worry, though, is if Durden gets off to a great start, gets a nice takedown on him. What is that cardio going to look like, Costa, with all the back-to-back cuts? So, he is not the biggest of flies, but he's certainly the muscle density, the mass, it shows the way he strikes. It's a concern if we don't get it done in the first two. What does Durden look like in the third? If we're still grappling, if we're still wear and tear, because I'll tell you this, he does possess the ability to submit a lot of these flies. And that's why he's a fucking dog. He could be on a 4-fight streak, but you count him out, that's a big mistake. So I have all the confidence in the world that Diego Lopez and team are going to keep this guy iron sharpened, humble throughout the fight, even if he's up 2. And we are looking at that third round. Costa's the pick. But yeah, not in love with the 2.5 favorite prop. I will say that. Yeah, you got to chalk Costa if you want it this week, unfortunately. I've always liked him in that 100 spot.
What about a submission prop? He's known to get these knockouts lately. He's not looking to get the submission, but clearly he can. Yeah. And he might have the game plan of that in this fight. 7 knockouts, 6 submissions, only 3 decision wins. He's a finisher.
He's a finisher. 5% of Tapology believe in the submission. A lot of us, knowing Durden's ability to get hit in the chin and how he quits. Also, I would not try to tangle up with Durden. I would absolutely keep this a striking affair. So I think it's a high risk, high reward scenario if you're going to sprinkle on the submission as a hedge. But I'm feeling the knockout here, rounds 1 and 2 combo, like my prediction is what I'm going to have a play on this. But I'm not going killer. The props aren't that great. And I don't like the consecutive cuts and the fact that Durden absolutely knows his game plan is not to be on the feet with this guy. And I'm not in love with Costa with these grapplers as of late either. So
that's true.
Yep.
I'd rather it on the feet. Plus 200 knockout, Costa plus 400 by submission.
Yeah. Also, what's up, Chris? Good to see you again, man. Cheers.
What's up, Chris? Joining in. Full card prediction show. It's going to be a great week. Thanks for jumping into the live chat there, Chris Wilson. Live chat's available.
Kind of fun. We just spun this shit up like not that long ago. I was mowing some yard and shit. So I was like, yeah, I'm going to hop on, do some picks. And I know our boy over here, fucking Fiend's over in Canada, just itching,
yeah.
Foaming at the fucking mouth for some
I need
fight.
Another shot. I might need the light on. Can you see me?
Keep this guy away from all these baseball games, man. You bring him over to the dark side, the MMA world. So,
hey, it's time to talk fights now.
Yeah, let's do it.
Watching the Blue Jays on the side because they're the last leg of the parlay tonight. But
good luck.
I love all sports for sure. And tonight was kind of last minute, so the live chat's available for this one, MMA Toad. Normally, I do the full card prediction show pre-recorded and edit and everything like that. This is
I don't
live.
I do it live, but I do it offline. How fucking weird's that? Maybe I should do it live. Anyways,
do this again.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like and subscribe if you like it. Like the video. You know what I mean? Subscribe. Help me and Toad grow, and then we know we can come back, do more videos. People are interested. Hopefully the picks are good because this is a big event. Always a ton of fun. Friday and Saturday, live during the fights when we watch them. MMA Toad. This one is going to be a burner when we're watching it. Someone's going down under 1.5 in this one, I would say. Maybe the first one's over 1.5. I like the under in this one. Zachary's underdog money is the play for me. Price is coming down, so hopefully people got in early if they like the pick. I like his forward pressure. I like his level of competition. He's fighting tough guys, tougher guys than Ryan Gandra, where I just don't know enough about Gandra yet. Maybe he comes out here and surprises me with a round 1 knockout with the explosive power, but I'm going to say Zachary's can stay safe, maybe even sneak a submission later rounds in this one. Really liking the experience on the side of Zachary's 10-3 here over Gandra 9-1. This is his second UFC fight, Gandra, so still a little bit unproven for me, so I don't trust him this week.
Yeah,
how you feeling here?
You see the finish prop open up for Reese, and it's not much better than his money line, and I have a problem with that. No, because I have a problem with that because Reese is kind of one of these guys that when you first saw his first few fights, you thought it was going to be every time. he's going out or this guy's going out. And he's actually found his way to a few decisions. He's actually found a way to sometimes go 15 minutes, whether it's fumbling his own finish or kind of having a back and forth war with some of these guys that, yo, what's up, man? How you doing, bro? Having these back and forth war with some of these guys, I kind of expected better of him, for him to show up better. So I think that Ryan is another one of these chances for Zach. But it's huge in the sense that Tapology has this guy heavily doubted against in some regards. So yeah, Ryan seems to be the popular pick, 80% going with him. And of that 80%, nearly 90% expect the knockout. I like Zach enough on the ground, his ability to pull guard, be kind of dangerous a little bit, but he kind of like turns into a jiu-jitsu nerd and chokes on some of these fights, like I was saying. And I think that Ryan might make him not want to strike. And if that happens, I don't like what I see enough from Reese at times to feel secure that he's going to see the judges. But I'm going with Zach as my opener on this. I like the size advantage, the way he is down the middle. He's got that kick that's fucking dangerous, long, rangy. It's going to be a war. I think Ryan intentionally makes it a war, and for the better or for worse, I think that's when Zach catches him with a big power, big counter sequence. If the fight goes to ground, I'm feeling okay with Reese on top. I just don't like what I see when I see Reese on his back enough to feel secure in this fight. So it is a bit of a pick'em fight from a prop standpoint. What I love pick'ems is, well, give me the fucking dog. And I think this is Reese's chance to have a comeback win if he goes 10-4 after this one, or is that an all-time not so hot moment for the guy. And like I said, I think he's just fumbled a few finishes I expected this guy to have the better end of. We've seen some judges. So anyways, yo, what's going on? B10-7 MMA. What's going on, brother?
What's up, brother?
Big fan of these guys.
The 10-7.
And so are a lot of fighters. So check those guys out if you didn't fucking know. I love croaking with the boys over there. And yeah, they have a good ass time. They just also had Trump right before the White House card. That was a good ass time.
One thing you mentioned there,
man.
Toad, 80% of picks have Gandra, and it's a pick'em.
Yeah.
That tells you enough.
Yeah, I don't see Gandra being this fucking world beater. Right?
Well, if 80% of picks are taking him, he should be
that means Reese should be fucking getting done within the first 5 minutes at that. I'm just saying, at this size, this weight, it's still a fucking fight. Reese could literally land a lucky shot, not even skill, and just find his way back into this fight. But I do see Ryan pressing the gas and bringing the fight to Zach
early.
And so I am nervous. This isn't a confident dog of the week for me. The way that I'm a lot more confident on other dogs, but I think he pulls the upset. I think he gets it.
Yeah, especially with the reminder of, hey, 80% of picks do have Gandra, and the lines don't reflect that. So that's always a good warning sign.
It's and a reminder. You're a dog. You're the fucking dog.
Yeah, I like this underdog. One of few picks that are underdogs on this event. This is going to be explosive early, so it is any man's fight. Anyone can win at any time inside of that octagon, which is why you got to manage the bankroll when betting. Know that there's no guarantees. If you're hot, just manage the bankroll wisely, because sometimes you might not be so hot. And you don't want to be overexposed in spots. And we talk about hedge bets sometimes, MMA Toad. Never a bad idea to hedge bet.
You don't want to be overconfident like the Toad. The last two fucking not the last two, but I definitely had Black Wolf on some plays, boys. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, me too.
And Horiguchi, the odds were
that one.
the odds were still plus money, and I saw Horiguchi again. I said I doubled down, buddy. You were already like my hammer of the week. I'm throwing 2 hammers at you because I had such a great card. So don't do the Toad thing where you get so excited things are going your way and you just lather it there. Like Fiend saying, take some control. Make your withdrawals, make your restrictions. That's something Toad just did recently. But we're still pushing for the 100 for the year. We're at 46. So we'll see.
We'll see in this next fight. Free Bashrat will be very overexposed on some parlays, but hey, he's minus 625, rightfully so. He gets a guy short notice here, 6-1. John Garza. He's fought some pretty low-level competition, but he has the balls to step up. Maybe he has the fight to go the distance, but I do kind of lean Bashrat by finish, just with the level of competition he's been fighting, just at the level of competition he's been fighting. The level of competition he's been fighting at and the guys that he's been training with are just going to be way too much. He's levels above a guy like Garza at this point in their careers. And I mean, goddamn, I'd be kind of shocked if Freed can't finish him at 15-0. How you feeling here, Toad? Big favorite.
Yeah, no, this is one of those your opponent should look like he didn't even belong in the same fight organization as you kind of fights. So yeah, Bashrat, I think it's without saying he gets it done here. If you're betting the money line, we please donate your brain to science. We would like to study it because there's some fucking problems with you.
Hey, I don't take some chances
at negative 625. I'm sorry, but you have to be a fucking illitard to bet that kind of money. So yeah.
Anyway, I'm sure to be in some parlays for people, just just a free edition.
Don't worry, the moment Drake puts some fucking $1 million bet on that, Garza's gonna spark his shit.
Drake ain't going close to this fight. What are you talking about?
It's just the curse effect, man. You never know.
Drake better stay the fuck away from McGregor.
I'm actually a fan of both Bashrat brothers.
Yeah, they're good.
But you're looking at the better of the two here, right? So
I'd say so. Yep.
Kind of like the Bomb Fiend, right? Both great guys, both going to go out there and put on exciting fights. But we obviously know which of the two brothers is best.
The older one, the Bashrat brothers. It's the younger one.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think we need to go too into depth with this massive favorite because we got a lot of good fights coming up. We'll let Toad crank it with the next one.
You're looking at one of the most terrible debut matches you could fucking possibly have. Like, and if John shows up and gets his shit done, he's like right there with Diego Lopez hype for me against Mobzar. I'm just saying, if John comes in here, he might outdo the Wellmaker upset with Irving. So
tough debut. But hey, I wouldn't cash out of a $10,000 bet on Bashrat. He should be free. Like, it shouldn't be that tough of a fight for him. At minus 625, if you have it parlayed.
See 10K on Bash.
Hopefully not alone. Like, I wouldn't bet that much just on that big of a price tag. I mean, it should be free. Jesus Christ. Look at the odds. What a tough debut. Toad, you can crank it with the next one. I've talked a lot about this guy.
No, I like it. In fact, open up. I'm looking for my fucking
You want me to open it up?
My flute rod, yep.
All right, shout out to 10-7, Chris Wilson, Tyler Betts. The boys are here. MMA Toad is here. Cheers, everybody.
Yeah, no, cheers. I would love to see you guys collaborate, by the way. Who? We could all hop on and have a hoot. Fucking 10 and Fiend, I think, would be very powerful, very good in the space. I think you boys
might have to collab.
Pretty sharp. Yeah, no, absolutely. So I just invited it. You guys picked it for it. Let me know where we're going and the time.
There he is. He's here.
Come croak. I know. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. These boys over here in Chicago, my neighbors, we're all not that far apart, I think you're all pretty good at your own little thing. So shout out the plug-in Toad.
Be in the Mud Hut together.
Yeah. Come over to the Mud Hut. I'll host.
Now let's talk about Penas and him exploding all over Cesar Almeida. I got to think that's what happens here. Most likely round one, just with the power. I did have Party Time West Schultz in that last fight for Penas, not really trusting him a whole lot. But from what I've seen, I think he will put down a guy like Cesar Almeida just based off that one performance. Hopefully we can see that type of performance here again. It's a big card. It's a big spotlight fight, and Damian Penas has power, and I think he will produce here. I think he's very promising. Obviously, there's some stuff we need to see. his ground game, his takedown defense, him tested later in fights, steps up in competition. But with that power alone, I think he can get a older fighter, Cesar Almeida, out of there round 1. Almeida might just be a little too flat-footed, hesitant, and I don't think Pinas is going to wait too much. He's 24 years old. Just based off what I seen in that last fight, he was throwing a lot. What was it? A nearly 50-punch combination. Wes Schultz didn't have a chance to stand up. He just kept getting sat down. Caesar's in trouble here. MMA Toad. How do you see this one happening?
Yeah, I get the Damian pick all day. I'm also team Pinas this week, but I'm gonna say Almeida. It's not like he's just some fucking cab driver. You're talking about a guy with the technical skill set too. And so I think there's been a lot of fucking disrespect this week on Caesar. Yeah. But I get it. He's against a fucking loaded gun. It's one of those like, are you one of the uncles at the Brazilian barbecue? Because I assure you, it's a very special barbecue in Brazil. We got some good ones in the United States, but when you start looking at guys like fucking Glover and Aldo and Silva, and I go on. I mean, Boatan to a fucking degree. They love to just still have it and never really give it up. You know what I mean? They truly have fighting warrior spirits. And so it's a fucking fight, ladies and gentlemen. But yes, Damian's the pick. I think it's fight to end by knockout is probably one of the safest parlay plays I can imagine as well, because I think they both pose threats enough to, and it could go totally opposite. It's that they're so technical and can kind of wait it out and go into a scorecard outcome, right? But that's just not how Pinas is going to fight. He's going to come out looking for a statement. He knows what this opponent would do for his legacy, the martial art that they both share. I think it's got to be a statement finish here. And he's young and dumb. I love that shit. These young and dumb guys that just want to go in, and there's only one way to find out. So fight them by knockout. I was looking at that prop earlier, -200. I think it's a very good parlay piece this week. But yeah, give me Damian.
I feel like Damian can eat a punch too. I feel like he's fairly durable. We just don't know it yet. You know what I mean? You're almost taking a chance on this favorite because you just don't know how durable is he. How long can he go? Does he have power late in the fight? He just hasn't been there. So let's see if he can get Caesar out of there early. But
we know Caesar's got it, though. We know that Caesar's got it, though. And that's where I was trying to give my flowers a bit, telling me I think that if we don't see a finish from Pinas, that Caesar's still live as fuck. And so I might be looking at that live prop. And if I see him go like, I don't know, plus 700 or plus 800 after a rough first round, it may still be game on. You know what I mean? And it's one of those props that you get in on it for like the first 10 seconds and then they shut the shit down. Watch for it. If we see a second round, pay attention because I like Almeida in the third. I already know I do. So.
Yeah, we just don't know enough about Damian later in the fight. Caesar could set it up early with those leg kicks that could pay dividends late too, right?
Yep, that's exactly what I'm getting at. I think Damian's going to be the one head-hunting in this fight, and I see Caesar investing low, working the leg kicks, and he's gonna break him down over the fight. But it's a scary fucking game to play.
Yeah.
So that'd also be just
fight.
Maybe overly confident in some of those exchanges because Pinas hits clean
and hard. Very hard.
He just might finish.
Pinas hard. Pinas.
So
I think that's where we end that one, huh? Like and subscribe. You gotta love that.
Did you chalk Pinas?
Wait, what? That was a weird question.
Did you chalk him? Did you put a big load of money on him?
I tagged him.
Oh yeah.
And a few things.
All right, yeah. Hey, cheers to the boys. I see a couple people tapping in. We got 10-7 MMA. Give that guy a like, comment, subscribe. Tyler Betts, give that guy some love. And Chris Wilson, I've never been a part of anything with Fight Fiends Forecast, maybe other than maybe one time without seeing our friend here, Chris. So shout out y'all. Let's get into it. This card is fucking dope.
It is dope. What about this one, Toad? You start this one off.
Yeah, I mean, nice little one stink, one pink parlay this week. You can combine Wang and Penis and bang real hard. So shout out to those two players. Here's the reality of this fight. I'm kind of thinking back to the first one a bit. Tracy's live in this fight with her grappling, her wrestling, getting this fight down to the ground. We know Kong Wang ain't shit there. She let down a lot of people by going to the ground and getting absolutely folded on the ground. So Wang might be a favorite, but I want to say a lot of it is again, this is a bit of a pick'em fight, which, yeah, the odds are pick'em fights, but I'm saying Wang is a favorite. You're going to see more people this week with Wang, but the technical outcome and scenario of this fight, Tracy's live as fuck. That's just how the level she's fought and the skill set that she's won a lot of these fights, more times than not, is very effective against someone who struggles so much with grappling. So Kong's been improving, been grinding. This is a real big test to see if she's really, truly capable of even marching towards that top tier. Otherwise, she might be hanging around the back of the pack and having just fun fights. And the UFC will know. They're going to set her up for UFC China, another Striker's Delight. And we're going to have all kinds of great Wang fights. But for a career opportunity, this fight is big. This is a huge fight for Wang. Because, you know, the matchmakers, they immediately go by association of, well, Tracy beat all these other girls, so we're going to put Wang in this fight next. And they're just going to catapult her. They need that star. They need something exciting. The Joker shows up. She is one of those very exciting faces come media day. She's got a lot of charisma, and her striking's no joke. And I don't like that. I got Tracy over here with fucking eyelashes flying off in the middle of the fucking octagon against someone. Bah, 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 bah! Like, and you got Tracy's fucking eyelashes flying across the fucking octagon.
Oh, Jesus.
You see where I'm at? This is where I'm just like, you put me in a tough fucking spot, Tracy. You really do. Because I should fade Wang, given all these other fights you fought in and you've had your moments, et cetera, et cetera. But you've kind of turned into the Brian Ortega of the girls.
I'm going to have a tough time defending this pick. Fuck.
I mean, you're both two fucking broken eagles from a mountain trying to reborn your wings together. I'm sorry, Tracy. Give me Wang to knock off your final fucking eyelashes and send you back to your eagle nest, bitch. All right. I'm sorry. I didn't mean that last part.
That was so mean. What if she heard that?
Well, I'm sorry. I gave her flowers at least before I did that.
Okay, I'll give her the flowers. I'm going to pick Cortez to out-wrestle Kong Wang, but it's not going to be easy. It's probably my least confident pick. I think she's fought the better competition, and clearly she's been around the UFC for a bit. She's being more active now.
She's been around.
But her wrestling accuracy, not overly trustable, under 50%, averages 2 takedowns a fight. This is Kong Wang, who's improving rapidly. I think she's much improved than that loss we've seen too. So this is kind of a pick I'm bouncing back and forth on. I don't want to defend Cortez in my pick. I don't want to stand on a hill screaming, but I think she can implement the wrestling, and I think that's about the only way. On the feet, she's going to be a step behind Kong Wang with the striking, kickboxing, and she's going to be losing minutes majority of the time, and winning minutes is going to be very tough for Cortez in this fight, which makes me probably lean Kong Wang's way, maybe switching up the pick, something I rarely do, but it's very tough for me to sit here and defend Cortez and find a way for her to win these minutes in the fight. The more I think about it, the more I don't like her. The more I hear about Toad talk about it, the more I'm like not wanting to pick her at all. So very tough sitting here defending Cortez.
She's been streaming and kind of just enjoying the fun parts of the career because, yeah, she's been grinding a lot of it, right? She's been working really hard. And she did make some gym switch ups that come octagon time, she might hit the button, flip the switch, and look better than we've seen her before. So this would be an opponent for her to show up and show out at, because I think the UFC knows it's kind of a one of two ways fight. And that's huge for two girls that you probably want star power rising from either or, being just, faces of the girls' division here. So, yeah, Cortez is either going to grapple the shit out of her or Wing's going to smack the lashes and clap that asses. Let's move the fuck on. I love you, brother. Cheers to all you boys and girls hanging out in the Mud Hut in the Fight Fiends forecast.
All paid members will see a pick change if I do switch from Cortez. Tyler mentioned she might have the vengeance from Shama and T-City. She might be a little fired up, so on the feet, I'm going to be scared. She lacks the volume that will put Kong Wang's going to be the striker in this fight, leading the dance, and very likely a pick changes. On IG, I post my final picks, official picks, so stay forecasted, like and subscribe, and check out that Gaethje shirt. Fucking beautiful.
Yeah. Freedom 250.
The
day I won the Super Bowl of MMA with my favorite fucking fighter, boys and girls.
And your favorite capper?
Well, I mean,
it
was all the journey, dude. I didn't
held hands and watched it together.
Yeah, I know we did. I didn't have to stand on this rooftop. You're like, dude, I believe in Gaethje too. We immediately became best bros, dude. Of course. Well, you fucking know.
Instant just.
There's just too much disrespect. Ilya hadn't ensued any fucking wars at 155, and I'm just sitting here watching all my Gaethje videos. It's like, Ilya really hasn't tasted these waters in his career. And Gaethje's going to humble the fuck out of him, and his aura is going to explode, and it's the White House. And I envision that backflip off the fucking cage.
You called it.
I also respected it being a decision, too, but I thought that over time, his leg kicks and uppercuts would make it live. I predicted officially on Tapology third round. Ended up being a damn near stoppage at the end of that third.
Doctor was in there ready to stop.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know too many fights where the doctor says no. And I don't know any fights. I love that. I don't know any fights where the doctor says no, and then the coaches and fighter go, "Hey, guess what? Fuck you. I'm still fighting." And they're like, "All right, fight on." So, but the thing is, everyone would have coped and been like, "Dude, Ilya fucked up Gaethje to the body. He was gonna finish your boy." So, anyways, it happened the way it happened. I'm in love. I'm so fucking happy, dude. Let's go. I'm done ranting, but that's my dude.
On to the next event where
we got
Patty on the card.
Rocking. Oh fuck yeah, dude, Patty's
fought Gaethje. That was a fucking war, 5-rounder. So that might play into your pick in the co-main.
I was proud of myself for not going crazy with the knockout prop as much as I did the knockdown, because I said the whole Scousers can't get knocked out. I was like, Patty would get dropped to his back, but then use his jiu-jitsu and recover potentially. So I have a lot of respect for Patty, because after the Gordon fight, I thought he was fucked. I thought Patty Pimblett wasn't going to fight the good guys at all and climb the ranks. Gordon beat you 2-1, my guy, and you look shat. You look fucking shite, you fucking mushroom. Where's Paulie Walnuts at? Shout out to that guy. But
he's mad he can't make the draft, so he might be out this week on it.
As a card collector, as someone who's enjoyed the personalities that run through the sport, I knew I had to go out and invest decent into my Patty rookie collection. And the guy's done nothing but show up and show out. I love that he became a father, because I worry without that he would have turned into like a worse version of Sean O'Malley under the spotlight in a way. But Patty thrives, and he's got such a good fucking heart too. Like, it's always for some greater cause than himself, and he's speaking out about some real man shit in the cage. So I'm in love with what the guy fights for and who he is as a person. But I also have incredible respect for BSD. I have incredible respect for the way that BSD fights. So much that I was worried for Dustin. I had Dustin, but I worried so bad that BSD would rip him to the ground. And I love that this is a matchup that, to some degree, guys are both live, ground, on the feet, in the clinch. This is going to be what I hope is a war. And shall it be the God of War or the Baddie? Two completely different personas going head to head in that car crash, and it's one of my most exciting fights on this card for me.
What one's next?
Yeah.
Someone
Another fucking Stouser,
along the line.
Absolutely, Luke Riley. And that's another thing to factor too. Riley, I hope he shows up and has a nice show out performance, because Patty, you know how he gets before the fights. He's never really let the meatball stop him or anything, but he's very invested in his team around him. He's paying attention, and all those things can trigger emotion big time. So it's a kind of a dangerous thing, man. Luke Riley, I think there's way tougher opponents before I feel he's hitting that ceiling. But he's definitely shown to have some flaws at times, things that he's still sharpening up on, right? So he's apologetic that they're not as clean as he'd like, and to his standards. Well, I don't know that those standards have yet been proven in volume, because it might be a bit different from the Cage Warriors, man. It really might be that you may not accelerate at the speed that Patty did into the rankings. And I honestly, from what I've seen so far, I think he's going to be right there. But Kai's veteran. This is a great test. This is truly a vet versus the rookie here. A great prospect fight. If Kai got it done and pulled an upset, I've seen crazier things happen in the octagon, but Luke Riley's my pick. And I'm a fan of what we've seen so far with the lad. I think he's got a bright future.
13-0.
Yeah.
Fight Fiend does not think the hype train ends here. Not with Loner Kavanaugh on the card and Patty Pimblett. He's going to be
3-leg parlay. Yo, what's going on, Icy? Big shout out to our friend Icy.
Shout out to Icy. He's in the live chat. I put a song on while you were talking there quietly.
I didn't realize that was his song. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
Well, it's Logic. It's called Icy by Logic, but
I made the association after the fact. I'm just like, yeah, it's a good tune, bruv. You know, I just thought he was playing some shit. So
yeah, let's play it again. We got
nice. Oh wait,
tune. Let's just throw this up. We got Icy's intro. Shout out to Icy in the live chat. He's gonna love seeing this.
Hit that shit. Let's go.
Let's hit this Icy intro. Smash the like. Subscribe if you haven't yet. We got an Icy intro here.
Yeah, that goes pretty hard, bro. Good shit.
That was fucking clean.
I love how you give these people, like all of us, like 3-minute fucking intros, and then yours is just like 2 little videos of you messing around, and that's it.
Icy's was the longest. Yeah. My Canadian brother, 40 seconds.
Showing some love for real. I love it, man. I'm gonna fuck around, make y'all some shit too. It's fun. It's fun. I want to do something like that for segues, for plays. Make public posts before, more on bets and not just picks. We've been doing pretty good at some of these long shots, these 11-1 submissions and shit like that. We're hitting at least one every card, so would love to like figure out what that is. Do the matrix, figure it out what it is. Even if I had a 1 out of 3 percentage. If I'm hitting you at 1,100 odds, we're all banking. If you know what you're placing and how to manage, we're all banking. So maybe that's a segue I play, because I love long shots, as some of you boys may know. So we're due for a parlay piece like that, like the 1,100 plus the 300 plus something safe, like fight by finish or some shit.
That you could have done like a cycle treble with Ruzaboev sub.
That's where I'm getting at. We used to do that. We used to do the 100-1 payout parlays and shit like that. But the consistency broke my heart, because you had so many 2 out of 3 slips. So I quit betting as many as I did, and it paid out much better. Just more humble, because you definitely hit the threes. It's just you're going to have some upsets too.
So back to this fight, Kai Kamaka. He's known for these close fights. The judges have a tough time scoring. This could be a fight where Luke doesn't need the scorecards. He really shows up and shows out. This would be the spot to do it. But I'm going to think he maybe needs a decision. I wouldn't be shocked if he gets the KO. This is one of those fights I really have a tough time determining how the fight will end. But I do like the side a lot. I think he's going to be consistent, throwing volume, very accurate in there. And I do believe in his takedown defense. I don't think Kai Kamaka can threaten too much off the ground either. Yeah, I love Luke in this fight. We just talked about that on the Quick Picks show. He was a highly favored picks for all the cappers this week. And he's in a fun 3-leg parlay with Patty and Loner Kavanagh for Tyler Betts and some others. So definitely a fun treble bet over 3-1 odds. Icy said you can get over 3-1 odds. I mean, not a bad bet to have at all. I like Luke a lot. Yep. Favorite pick this week.
For sure. I think he's got a much higher ceiling.
Now, more confident in Luke Riley I am than Adrian Yanez, but the price does not reflect that whatsoever here. So very interested to hear from you on this one, MMA Toad. The odds are pretty wide here, but Yanez has to be the pick. I think he's the cleaner striker, but these odds, bro.
Dude, Cody Garbrandt was the first fighter along with Davison Figueiredo that I got to see live, right? And so much in my heart, especially then, UFC 300, was I hoping to see that vintage Cody show up, even for a round. Just be loose with it. Have some movement, some flow. He would headhunt so much, and his grappling was always more of a defensive way to recover back to his feet. Never really ensued much with it at this level, at this stage in his career. He was always just so boxing heavy. I always wish he'd throw more kicks even. Yanez is one of these guys that has no problem mixing these portions of the game, being longer, working at a range, safer, avoiding the unnecessary gunfight where Cody just comes from a different breed, a different time, a different generation, and you're not getting it back, even though it's Return of the Mac. So there's a reason he's a plus 320. Now at those props, I'll let the first round ensue and be a plus 400 or 500, which is why I'm going to look into the methods a little more specifically with Yanez, and I will hedge with a plus 500 or 600 Garbrandt at that point. It's probably, a knockout decision or something like that, but I'm going to hedge a plus or 500 or 600 upset Garbrandt, maybe in the second, third round striking exchange, knowing that Yanez is actually the play setting up to do some things for me, maybe a parlay piece as well as a straight up value, like I said, method. So going to look at the angles on that, given the plus 320 prop and a guy who could pull a rabbit out of his ass. Just you guys tell me if he's pulling it, because I've gotten kind of done with coping that it's going to happen again. So
his biggest advantage here is his striking defense, as Yanez does absorb a lot of strikes per minute. Yanez has a better output, though. He's going to throw more, but he absorbs a lot. So it's very weird here. How much can Cody land on Adrian Yanez? I don't think he can take out the legs like Jonathan Martinez did. The leg kicks ended the fight in that one with Jonathan Martinez. But Cody could be in and out of range, just hard to hit. He doesn't absorb much per minute. Maybe it's a tougher time for Adrian Yanez to land that punch, but I have a tough time believing in that. When he does land the punch, I think he's going to land with that sting, and the damage is going to be on the side of Garbrandt. The judges are going to see the blood dripping down his face, and just tough to score minutes for him in a fight like that where they're going to be striking the whole fight, a lot of striking exchanges. I think Yanez gets the best of him. Maybe not the cleaner striker with his footwork, but he's going to be the more damaging striker here. That's my call. Very interesting one. Of course, Cody could pull a rabbit out of the hat, but it's probably on the judges' scorecards. I don't see a knockout on the side of Cody Garbrandt on this one. If you like the underdog, maybe a decision, upset here. I like the over 1.5 on this one too, MMA Toad.
Yeah.
I'm insisting a later fight.
Garbrandt's knockout's a 9-1 for me. His money line's plus 310.
Not bad.
Maybe the Garbrandt knockout hedge. I don't see him winning the scorecard. It'd be very surprising. I think he's got a knockout chance, and that's really it. Because I can't see him winning minutes in this fight over 15.
He just won a unanimous over Long Xiang 4 months ago. We just won a decision unanimous.
Yeah. I don't know.
Who was the last guy Cody knocked out other than Brian Kelleher?
It's been a fucking minute.
Yeah, it has been.
Since before he was making fucking Trojan commercials and
Exactly.
shit. Like, it's been a while.
Yeah, he just won a unanimous decision. I don't think the decision winning minutes would be that far-fetched. I think that's how he would do it, but we're just how the underdog could win for sure on this one.
Real quick question from Icy Toad. What's the fight to end by KO? I like the fight with Reese and Gondra to end by knockout. I think that one's really live. Pinas and Almeida, pretty live there. I think Riley gets a knockout. Stevenson, we could see something on the ground. Like, I don't know. Maybe he does decide to choke, but it's probably a ground and pound. TKO stoppage.
Krylov Whitaker fight ends by KO.
You think so?
I think so.
Well,
prelim headline.
I'm just so curious to see what Whitaker looks like. I got asked if I wanted to collab like McKinney and Whitaker, and I'm like, I'll do McKinney with you, dude, but I ain't doing shit with Whitaker. I gotta watch this bro fight at 205 pounds.
Icy wants to know the odds for Yanez and Garbrandt by knockout. Not which ones you liked. Well, but yeah, good picks.
Yanez is fucking negative 105 for a knockout, so no thank you there. No, thank you there for a single.
Nah, that's not that wild.
Yeah, it's just you're not
a huge favorite,
dude. I get plus 100 on Poetan fights by knockout. What the fuck you mean? I can't get Yanez at plus anything.
Yeah, that's like it is wild.
That shit. You're gonna give me Poetan and Yuri plus whatever's, and you can't give me Yanez plus money. Get the fuck out of here.
I feel like they know something, or there's like an injury.
Like they know how to not get action on that fight from me.
Yeah.
Minus the fucking hedge, Jesus.
Yeah, I don't feel comfortable really betting anything on this fight, to be honest. Like, just talking about how the fight can end, like, not confident. Wouldn't bet Yanez at minus 450 in any parlays, not even just to juice it up a little.
So in 9 fights,
how volatile it is.
In 9 fights, can Cody get one knockout?
Maybe. He's more likely to win a decision, though.
Oh fuck. Well,
I don't lean the knockout. I'd say Cody decision if he was to upset, but
that's where I just see Adrian winning the overall minutes no matter what. So it's got to be a knockout or he's fucked.
Erling Haaland for a goal plus 120. Yeah, I feel like Yanez, they must know something because the minus 450 for him to win alone is like, what the fuck? Let alone minus 105 for him to get the knockout. It's like, how the fuck?
I think they know that Cody's at the end of his road. That's all.
They know something we don't.
We all fucking do. Gloves coming off if he gets knocked out. I'm just saying it. Gloves are coming off. He's done.
Yeah, I like the over 1.5. Yanez.
I took fight not to start. Fight not to start round 2 as one of my parlay plays. Be a good prop. Negative 240. Negative 240. Fight not to start round 2 with these guys. I'm okay with that. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, hit bro up and find that inside scoop because of all fights, this is the one I smell like something's weird here. This is the one that's like, yeah, I'd bet Cody Garbrandt just based off him possibly winning at this price just because the line's way off.
Yeah, at 9-1, I'm putting something on him, so I could just, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm staying away from Yanez. That's all I gotta say.
Have one last good old moment at 9-1 sprinkle. What's fucking $5? $50 payout, fun. You know what I mean? It'll be one of those. It's not a lot. It's a dot of a fucking percentage of a fucking unit. I'm all set there.
That'd be wild. It's not impossible. Yanez got
at 9-1 odds,
leg kicks.
If you gave me anything plus money on as I'd action, but not at negative. No fucking things.
It's plus 700 Cody Garbrandt decision though, which is a friggin' good number. Plus 750 for the KO and plus 700 for the decision. It's very close.
I don't see Cody winning a decision there. That's my only issue with that.
Maybe you just bet the money line. Be safe.
Well, at 9-10, you'd be better to make two separate bets and just split the wage in half.
Bet both, maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
Or bet the sub at 26-1 on Cody Garbrandt and just say fuck it.
Yeah.
Just go for it.
Just go for it, yeah.
Submission 26-1, Cody Garbrandt. Or 36-1 submission, Adrian Yanez.
I'm all set. Let's fucking actually make some money on a fight where the odds don't suck at ass. Do a fucking straw.
What about the odds here?
The best segue ever to this shit. What can I say? Gable, you got T-3 minutes, or else I'm worried for you.
20 fucking seconds.
T-3 minutes. Yeah, well, 20 seconds is all it should take.
T-minus 1 minute, 20 seconds.
But you know what I mean? He might go out there and forget the buttons on the controller. I've seen it happen, man. Come on now. I've seen it happen, dude. The jitters, dude. You don't know. He's an
Olympic gold wrestler. He's won gold. I don't think he has jitters in there.
No. I'm just saying he's got John Jones in his corner, you know, or whatever. Is John actually walking out with him? Is John actually going out with him?
UFC debut compared to fighting for gold in wrestling? I think his jitters will be fine. That's why I trust in him so much.
Well, I wasn't quite done what I was saying. I think he might have special kinds of feelings and jitters because John Jones is there. And if you didn't know, they have they're training partners, you know. They've gotten really close. They've practiced some chokes on each other. They've been to some comedy shows, is what I've heard.
Oh my!
There's special kinds of fucking butterflies that fly through a grown man's heart when you're in love. And I just want to say this might be the fucking wrong time to have a distraction because you're still in a fight. And he's going to be so busy butterfly eyelash flickering over at Jones, he could just get fucking caught out. And so at 11-1 odds, I've got some action on Ellison.
Fuck off.
I think, dude. No, you're right. This is like, okay, I give you a minute. Sincerely, I give you a minute and the fight should be over.
Ellison, yeah, not even a minute.
The fight should be over in a minute. Now, here's the thing that's pissed me off all fucking week, actually. I hate how Gable's talking about how he's got to bring this new speed and technicality into the heavyweight game like it ain't ever been seen. Do you know who Cyril Gane just victimized last before the fucking 13 shots to the back of the head? He damn near made it fucking so Tom was going to end up like, you know, fucking share a bullet. We were about to have share a Tom, share a Aspinall, one eye, Mr. Bisping himself, because that fight injury. Now, Tom, he's got all kind of agility exercises that he did with his dad. You know, it started with a tennis ball in the fucking garage, but like you saw the shit he was setting up and all these high level boxers that he's doing the footwork exercises and hitting these fucking timings and shit. Tom is that fucking dude when you talk about heavyweight speed and bringing a whole new game. So I have high expectations for this guy to climb and hit this top 3, top 4 ceiling before we see some shit. But don't act like you're introducing it to the fucking division. There was a guy who was active, took him 2-3 minutes or less, did it with a jab typically, and he wanted to fight every like month. But he was running out of top 8 guys because the other ones were too busy fucking ducking him. So get your ass up there. Tom, fix your shit. I hope you're healing up and ready to go for this next one. And let's fucking go. Get up there, Gable. I want to see some shit. That's the fight I want to see. Tom Aspinall, Gable Stevenson. Fuck all the other heavyweight fights. If I had gun to my head, what fight do you want to see in the division now? The Cyril Gane rematch with Tom's up there too because I know he's going to spark his shit. And and fuck Gon up, yeah, he could do all kinds of shit. So I think it's going to be entirely different than what everyone remembers in that first round. And Gable's really the biggest test for Tom in a way, because
just wrestle.
We're going to see Tom probably grapple and use his jiu-jitsu more than we've ever been able to, probably, as well as saying in respect to the rest of the division, probably would be able to see. I think Stevenson's the guy that we actually get to see how good Tom's BJJ is. And my expectation is not as good as the wrestling of Stevenson, because Tom doesn't get to really use that toolkit nearly as much, which is why, again, I praise his footwork exercises, his striking, his boxing primarily. But doesn't mean that he can't hang with Gable. Shit. Who would you go into on that fight real quick? Tom or Gable?
Gable's 3-0. It's really hard to tell right now.
I mean,
Tom's pretty settled in at this point.
You're telling me he's gonna knock out Elijah in the first fucking 5 seconds. So you got
that's what he should do.
You got some confidence in him, damn it. You think he's gonna beat Tom or not?
Do you see the odds? Like, bro,
what would Tom look like against this dude?
Tom would never fight this guy unless it was a debut for Tom.
That's what I'm saying. It was
the
like
odds would
the other
be
way
probably
around.
The same. And if he doesn't knock him out in 5 minutes to a minute, then I don't think he's high level or top 3 in the division or a world beater.
Yeah, I got Tom fucking up Gable all day. So that's what I was trying to get to, just to put it out there to the forecast fiends and all of our friends over there, the 10-7s, the icy.
I think it's obvious Tom would beat the
Tylers.
Gable right now, potentially at 3-0.
And all those joining us in the Mud Hut as well. Tom ragdolls the piss out of Gable on the feet. Doesn't even get to go too crazy with the grappling. I say Tom picks him apart with his striking, his kicks, knees, elbows.
Yeah, he has to focus on Gon and doing that against him first, I guess.
Both
guys have a different career and in a different place in their career right now. So tough to look at that fight right now, really. Gable's 3-0, making his debut, biggest favorite in history against a guy 5-2, just knocked out in like 40 seconds to Brando 4-1 with no wrestling experience, no BJJ experience, no high-level kickboxing experience, Brando. Just 4-1. We got an Olympic gold medal wrestler in Gable Stevenson, 3-0. The odds are what they are supposed to be, and he should win in 20 seconds if he is what he says he is. Honestly, it's pretty simple. At this price, if he doesn't win in the first round, he is a fraud, for sure. Simple as that. If he doesn't win in the first exchange, I think he's kind of fraudulent, to be honest. The way he's talking, the guys that he's training with, having his type of credentials, if he doesn't win in a minute, I definitely think he's fraudulent. And at this price, that's what he is hopefully going to do in this fight. Tom Aspinall, completely different fucking fight. Completely different time. Years away, probably, from that, if it ever happens.
It probably will. What if it's the Islam Makhachev effect, where Gable gets starched by not so great of a fighter, and then he comes back and just goes on an absolute fucking run from there? It's at the end of the day, here's my take on it. You fight in the most coin flip division in all of mixed martial arts, the fucking heavyweight division, where old Mo from the swamp down in Georgia could hit you with some trucker fists and just knock your fucking lights out. It's stupid. It pisses me off sometimes. The true martial artist, the greatest martial artist, doesn't always get justice at the heavyweight division, unless you're doing the technical things like the speed, the in and outs, knowing that it's not about standing there and banging, trying to be a fucking Tuivasa and a Derek Lewis. Get in, get out, and just remaining safe and just understanding that all it takes is one at all times. And don't let those shots absorb even exist. I think Tom got a big reminder in that last outcome that why even fucking do this when I have this other shit in my pocket? Stevenson, The greatest thing about him is he's probably going to be able to take a fucking beating. He's probably got
takedown.
He's got a very
Yeah.
fucking fresh chin. You know what I mean? Like he's going to be live to take a fucking beating. But at the end of the day, all it takes is 13 illegal shots to the back of the fucking skull, and you might not be so tough when you get back to your feet. You know what I mean? So
it's interesting, when is Gable gonna wrestle? Because he just doesn't seem to use it a whole lot yet. And I think in a bigger fight, tougher matchup, he might use it. And that's maybe all he needs to do in some of these fights. Just wrestle. Just wrestle. Just wrestle. He could maybe just win some of these high-level fights just wrestling.
I mean, look at how far Almeida got at the heavyweight division.
Maybe just a year. I'd like to see him fight again this year for sure. This is too easy of a debut for Gable.
For sure.
He needs to fight again, maybe twice more this year. 3 times.
I thought we were going to see him on the White House card. I think that was a very missed opportunity.
He's just 3-0. His record's he's just too green.
You had fucking Kyle Dawkins on the goddamn White House card. You can certainly have Gable Stevens.
Yeah, Dawkins has more experience MMA right now.
Yeah,
more of a record than 3-0.
But it's recognizing the gold medal American.
That was a setup for Bo, kind of too.
Yeah,
and Dawkins was also a firefighter. Police officer. So
Trump made it so he was on that card. He requested it. So
respect to Dawkins.
Yeah, respects, right? But I'm just saying, Stevenson was a big missed opportunity. Yeah, if they really wanted to push this guy and have his aura sailing through the fucking moon.
I should have him debut though. There,
I should have some Tops fucking now shit in the mail pending of this guy's case hit in my fucking mailbox, because I would have bought a shit ton of them rookies, because his aura just multiplied beyond what I think at that point in time you could say probably one of the greatest prospects in all of UFC right now, and all of mixed martial arts. Given his if he came in at that White House card, had a way better opponent, and had some stupid ass 30-second shit like you're saying.
That's not stupid. That's what he's supposed to do. Look at the price.
That's what the price is. I'm saying against a way better opponent, though. Don't give him such a fucking.
I don't think Allison's that good.
No, I'm not saying this fight. I'm talking about scenario based. If we had the White House card.
Oh, I thought you were still talking this fight.
No, fuck. I'm talking about the White House card.
Who would he fight at the White House though?
Let's talk about it.
Who would you debut him with?
Honestly, you would have done Tai Tuivasa if he was fresh. You would have saved Tuivasa for that fight, because we're about to blow up.
The odds would have been
happy
worse.
either way. Well, yeah,
like
Steve.
like
he'd be 3,000. Fuck, get the fuck out of here.
He could.
$1,100. I'm taking Tuivasa to pull some spectacular fucking dinkum and sinkum Domino's Pizza Club. All right,
Shamil. There's a good one. Give him Shamil at the White House. Maybe.
The Blob. Yeah. See, I mean, just whatever. Turkey would have loved that fight.
No, in this one it should be 20 seconds, man. Even against Shamil, it might be 20 seconds. No. You could see him just wrestle in some of these higher level fights. Even with Shamil, though, it's really tough to say what he would do in that one. I really want to see if he'll perform in this one.
I want to see him uppercut Austin Lane's skull out of his skin.
I just want to see how good his striking is. Like, is it technical? Is it clean? Like, he's 3-0. Like, obviously he's gonna have some power. It might just look silly when he goes in there. He might just like throw a big looping shot, drop him. It's over. It's like fucking silly. I don't think we'll see much technical stuff from him. But maybe.
I think we're gonna see everything in combination, and I think he's gonna work volume in combination, and it's gonna be a jab that kind of just takes it over, and he does one final hook, and the fight's over.
I think it'll be like within the first exchange. I think once Ellison feels the power, he'll be like, "Fuck this."
He'll start to cover up and
right away.
Melt. Yeah, he'll melt. Yeah,
I think he'll melt right away. Like right away. Like,
otherwise, this is definitely one of the greatest upsets.
Yeah, I think it's an upset if it goes out of round 1 or the first minute. Seriously.
All right.
Outside of this fight, very interested to see how we call it from here, though. This is a anticipated debut, and at this price, should win in a minute. I wish you could bet that. You know I would.
I'm going to look at the fight to end in the first 30-second prop just for you on that one. And yeah. Sure, man.
Yeah, tell me the odds.
We'll look it up.
Jesus.
I can do it right now.
Yeah, he's live that first minute. Easy. Love the play. Last one on the prelims. A lot less confident, but the odds are about 50-50 in this one as Robert Whittaker moves up to light heavyweight. A move that I didn't see coming, that I don't think is completely right, but it's certainly a winnable fight. Both guys are chinny. Both guys are explosive early, and it could just be a car crash with the more technical striker landing first. I think Whittaker's more technical. He is going to have a tough time maybe with the size of a Krylov. That's the biggest worry. Yeah, tough move to light heavyweight for Robert Whittaker. He's going to be outsized a lot of these fights, and how is his chin going to hold up? Hopefully he can hold up in this one because I think he's due for at least one win. He's on a 2-fight skid now. So is Whittaker going to take 3 consecutive losses, MMA Toad? Is he going to come out swanging and banging like he did with Ikram Aliskerov?
I do not know why he wanted to go up in weight. It worries me, given the severity of the damage he took against Hamzat and moving forward. And that's at middleweight. And I just think the guys at light heavyweight possess enough range and snap and height where they're not really in these brawling boxing exchanges as much. They are ripping kicks. They are working, knees at times. I'm just worried about seeing Whittaker run into something fucking nasty because he's even further at a disadvantage of crossing the void. What I always liked about Whittaker is his ability to kind of take the pressure and retaliate, come back, hit a big counter shot, set up his own sequence, come forward. Bobby Knuckles, when he's starting to melt back after being under pressure, it's a beautiful thing. And as a Whittaker fan, I had his Panini Zebra and some other big cards of his. Big fan of the guy. I really just worry he's not going to be able to possess some of those same scenarios at this division. Maybe in this fight, but not in this division. So it's not the biggest, I don't know. I could see Whittaker being a slight favorite here, but I still don't love it. To me, it's a pick'em fight in the sense that it's such a bigger test for Whittaker than it is a test for Krylov. Because Krylov's fought guys that I think are way more dangerous than Whittaker do. So there's that piece of it. So, but yeah, give me Whittaker as the official pick. I think he's not going to be dumb enough to sit and make this a striker's affair. He should mix his grappling and his wrestling base. And I think that maybe that's what he sees currently in the division that he wants to maybe pursue. Kind of have like his own little Almeida run where he's just going to mix in his striking and have moments, sure. But I don't think these guys are really as well-rounded as he is, given the guys that he's kind of fought at middleweight. That definitely tests that wrestling base a bit more. Light heavyweights, mostly a striker's delight. But unless he mixes it, I worry about Whittaker not getting knocked out in any given fight moving forward at this division.
10-7 MMA. He said he's 65 years old. We got an oldie in the chat.
Oh, yeah.
But he said he's just messing with me.
I'm actually 36 too, so fuck yeah. We'll have to celebrate one of our birthdays in the big city. The big
Whittaker's almost 36.
Yeah, no, he's up there. And look at Krylov's right there. I guess, Krylov, he's got some okay kicks and things. I guess if you were to mention like some top things about this guy, Modestus is that guy had like such a kill switch in the first few minutes or so. It either went his way and he melted you, or you survived the storm and came back. So again, that's just another example of that's a much more dangerous guy to me. And that's where I'm not in love with Bobby Knuckles here. But it's only a plus 100 prop as a dog. Not worth the hedge in this case. Maybe methods open up a little better. I see Whittaker just being the more recognized and maybe people who aren't really heavily following but like to bet for fun, they don't even realize that Whitaker's going up in weight. You know what I mean? So we could have some over investment on Whitaker just because this week, and these odds aren't really a true reflection of maybe had they known. Because I think we all kind of have that just slight hesitation with Whitaker at this stage, man. That jaw injury is not an easy one to watch as a fight fan, and to pretend all's well. Sorry, I'm not on that boat. Not at 205 fucking pounds of can crushers, you know.
You know, there's probably going to be a car crash early, so we might have to eat a couple shots too.
I don't like it.
That's the thing. It's you don't love this.
Well, yeah, he struggles with taller guys, sure, but the issue is like, how is he ever going to be bigger than anyone other than fucking Khalil Roundtree in this division? Or
he's going to be
Kutalaba or one of the fucking little dwarves. Like, I mean, Ian's a pretty good example of this, but just you're going to get Eastern European the fuck apart. You're going to get 6'7" Chads are going to fucking snipe this piss out of you. It's a whole different fighting game. I hate it for Whitaker. Drop back down, swim more in the pool with your unicorn blow up pool toy thing, and cut that fucking weight, son. We'll do it together. Whitaker, you cut down the middleweight, and I'll join you. The Toad will cut down one more time. I got one more in the tank. The Toad will cut down to 185 with you, Whitaker. Someone clip it and send it. I'd really like to go on this journey and see him not fight at this fucking division, please.
Yeah, the problem with Whitaker's wins, like his last win was a knockout to Ikram Al-Skarov round 1, but other than that, 7 decision wins. So he doesn't really possess that fight-ending power. And moving up a weight class, he might have this speed moving up the weight class, but I still don't know if the power's there. You'll have to catch Krylov early, who's going to be going out there crazy, getting into a car crash. That's kind of how Krylov fights. I think his strike and defense is more sloppy, Krylov, than Robert Whitaker, who's just more technical of a striker. Krylov might be able to mix it up on the ground here. That's interesting, too, just being that big in there on the ground. I think he could have some success holding Whitaker down, potentially, maybe searching a submission. Maybe one of those sneaky submission plays would be Krylov. Obviously, 80% of picks on Whitaker on Tapology, 85% of picks. And the odds are going completely the other way. Krylov is becoming closer to a pick'em fight where he was plus 170, I think, when I did my first full card prediction show. So that's something to keep in note. Krylov closing in here, almost a 50-50 fight, and 80 to 85% of picks have Whitaker.
What did you mean 10 by you'll make 115? You mean like off the Whitaker win?
Me?
Plus ones. No, I was reading 10-7. Plus 170. What? Anyways, moving up the card. We'll catch up with chat as they kind of catch us up. Please like, comment, subscribe, do all the things, the bells, the whistles. Discord, somewhere in the description. Hop in there. I got a channel. He gave me the fucking mud hut. So you guys got some different links and things. Go do stuff. Thanks.
He said he'll cut to 115 pounds, but that's not possible for you, Toad.
No, I weighed that.
How's it possible for him?
I weighed 125 pounds in 4th grade, so I don't think I can do it. I don't think I can fight.
How can he do it? How can he cut to 115? That's crazy.
I'm not at fucking Adam weight. But I can cut the middle way. I've done it a few times in my life.
I could maybe get to 155. I could do 155 easy. I wouldn't want to fight at that weight class. Bunch of killers, and that's where
I made the first cut just for me. Was really happy. Was really active. Career, job, life opportunity. I mean, my fucking family's home got foreclosed. I was working a job helping them try to catch up, but it was too late, and they had super rich, swanky neighbors that were in with the bank. Their children worked for it, and they foreclosed a home that was like 97% paid for. So the Toad started off in his car, you see, and he worked at a factory making car parts, and he got his own place and has been on his own ever since. And MMA, as of the last 7 years, has helped put me in a whole different state in my ability to take care of myself. it's like having a second job, but it's a hobby I love. I wish I could do it regardless, you know, and I want to, but it's one of those things where I respect because of what it's done too. Now, I don't know where the fuck I was going with this, but I just wanted to more so say, yeah, the shit's sweet. Please like, comment, subscribe. There's a Discord there. There's links there. And there's cappers that are hitting all kinds of sports. We're sweating Blue Jays right now over here. I'm not, but F3 is. There's just some good action flying around.
A2J's fucking no sweat.
Tap in. Tap.
Bottom of the third. I think we cashed that shit early.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. I cut 185 pounds. Was going to go into Air Force.
Oh, yeah, we did. Had
passed the ASVAB. We're getting ready to go. Got in a relationship. Said, nope, can't do that. Can't leave her, you know. Got a different job. And then I actually was dropping down 185 to box in the area. There's a local HBO Showtime boxer. Got a gym, Nicholas Beeman Guyben. And so I did some footwork drills with the boys and got into shadow boxing and honestly watched a lot of boxing with my older brother. And we started connecting because I didn't realize he loved UFC and MMA as much as I did. And we started getting together for the fight since. So it's also more than just lucrative James, bruv. Yeah. No, it's more than just making money. It's, it's also a cool thing that I've met people. I continue to find and meet others, but rebuild that connection with my brother. So MMA games changed my life, man. I literally, the Madison Square Garden real quick, John Jones and Stipe. I went from the 1 year passing of my mother from her cemetery to getting a phone call to saying, hey, what are you doing? And just like not really knowing how to even respond to that from a good friend though. Right. And so I knew that he knew. And I just was like, yeah, man, I'm at the cemetery. He's like, well, if you got plans and whatever going on today, I get it. But if you want, you could go to the airport and I got a flight for you. You can come join me at Madison Square Garden. Try to take your mind off things a little bit tonight. And I was just like, life's such a roller coaster every day. But in that moment, it just felt like, holy fuck. I went from one of the lowest of lows of highest of highs. And it all had like this car crash effect in my heart. But the love of MMA and the excitement, the buzz, the atmosphere made me just nullify it just for one more day. And I think I really needed that. So I'd like to get out to more events. I'd like the Midwest to blow up. Completely dox myself, but I'm building one of the most craziest event centers in the entire world right now. It's going to be a one-of-one event center, seating 7,500 in the main event arena. Some of the greatest technology, and the biggest thing is it's a sports center. So we're going to have a nutrition center. They're going to have a recovery center with like underwater fucking treadmills and all kinds of crazy like just recovery systems, latest tech there. I could really see the UFC or the PFL or any of these organizations coming and just maximizing their use of the facility. And your boy Toad would be hosting it. So you bet your ass is all of you guys in chat. If you want some tickets, the Toad will be providing. Not only that, but we got some hospitality. I take care of you guys as well. One of probably the nicest hotels, minus Chicago's got some good ones, of course, but we're rated all right. So your boy's working hard over here on his end to assure those things happen. But I've been making messages, and I'd like to bring the MMA scene to the Midwest. We don't get enough action over here, and we got to do something more than just Chicago occasionally. So bring your asses over here 10-7. You come over in my backyard. We'll have a big fucking hoot and go watch the fights together, brother. Love you guys.
Fucking right, Toronto. Let's meet up in Toronto.
Yeah. No, of course. I gotta go to a UFC card. I'm gonna redo my passport. I'm pretty sure mine's expired.
Go Jays, baby.
I'm pretty sure mine's expired, but I'd have to go look. Now I do have one of those government ID cards when I was in Europe. That shit should work everywhere, but I'm not gonna lie, I don't know where the fuck it is. But anyways, appreciate you guys. Appreciate you guys in chat. I love you guys. Just know that this is more than just some sports betting degenerate retarded shit. This means so much more than that. This means everything, which is why my predictions aren't just about bets. They're just a fun piece of it to make it way more interesting, but it's the love of the game. So tap in. If you guys want in, we got the Mud Hut right now. There's martial artists in there from One Championship, PFL, UFC, and the list keeps growing. We got some Niagara Top Team folks in there, pretty heavy channel on those guys. Got some Phil Magny, Terrence McKinney in there. We got Mike Malott, Jasmine Jazadivius, Aaron Jeffrey, Danielle Kelly from One Championship. I think she's pursuing UFC's BJJ org now, maybe. I'm not sure. I know she was like coaching and shit too. Anyway, shout out to her. She was awesome. Huge fucking nerd. Loves playing her some RuneScape. Anyways, I'll plug you guys all fucking day because I love the community. So
I should have brought out
give some love. Yes, can discuss with DS upcoming fight. Yeah, let's go ahead. Let's roll.
Smoke Fiend?
Yeah. Bring out Smoke Fiend. Get Smoke Fiend on and let's roll.
He dropped some weed off of my counter so I could just smell weed. And then the Jays won, so like I just got extra sweaty.
Oh, they just won, did they?
Well, they won they were up 8-2, and it's only the third inning. It cashed early, my bet. I just needed Jays' final leg, and they're winning 8-2 in the fucking third inning. Cashed early. No sweat.
You're gonna get like the same payout regardless. Is that the logic behind that?
Well, they took like an extra like 0.2 units off it. I don't know why, but I think the odds changed last minute when I made the bet or something. No big deal. Still got 6 units back on a unit.
Nice. Well, nice on your hit. Switch the graphic to the next fight and then go bring out Smoke Fiend. And we're going to jam out on this next one.
We were jamming out earlier today. Quick Picks were live every Tuesday, 5 p.m. Eastern time with MMA Fiends. Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern time, we're live for the Prop Fiends. Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern time. Tuesdays, 5 p.m. Eastern time will be the Quick Picks. Like and subscribe. Much appreciation. Smoke Fiends coming out. We got some fresh herbs on the counter here. Ready to go for this.
All right.
Let's
fucking go.
Two OG smokers.
This fight right here.
You're amped up tonight, aren't you?
No. This fight right here, though, I'm telling you. I got love for both of these dudes, and I've been given love by both these dudes. These guys are two real-ass fucking dudes. And what's interesting is their own little fight history. Like, brothers don't fight brothers. And I know Bobby's really hard on that game. And, in a way, McKinney wanting to take a big stab at the top of the rankings, Bobby was onto that shit real quick. And I love how real he is. I love how he calls it out. He's, how they say, like, don't get emotional going into a fight. That is Bobby Green. That is who he is. So he's calling it out saying, you know what, he probably thinks I'm this easy one. Well, he's about to find out real quick I'm not the one. And the craziest thing about Bobby is the way he fights with his hands down and everything. Like, more times than not, just against some of these other guys, not even just Terrence McKinney, it's such a bad thing. It just is, you know what I mean? Terrence McKinney, the way he explodes, the way he comes forward, these impressive first few second finishes, literally the record holder for shortest fight time history in UFC history, next to Tom Aspinall, Terrence McKinney. He's never once received a performance bonus. True fact. He's been fucking hated on by the UFC. I don't think they like how, in some cases, maybe certain fights didn't ensue. I don't know. I don't know what it is there, but I think there's a little bit of not all the love in the world for McKinney. They do give him his shout outs. He's in the crowd, UFC Miami's, whatever. If he's not fighting, he's in the crowd. He's having a good time. Texas. I respect who he is. I respect his ability to finish both by submission and the knockout. I'd almost, in a way, have an easier time believing, even though Bobby can get clipped and hurt, the path of least resistance for McKinney probably is to use some of that jiu-jitsu after he maybe sets up something, something that kind of puts Bobby's head down and try to lean on that wrestling base. But if Bobby can get Terrence into the second round, I know what Bobby can offer in 15 minutes. You know what I mean? I know what he's done against very tough guys in over 15 minutes. So Terrence McKinney is just too dangerous to count out at any second in this fight. And I think it's just the way that Green likes to style, control some of the timing, control some of that center of the octagon, put that front foot forward, kind of lean around, have those Cobra-like reflexes. It's such a bad stylistic way of fighting versus someone like Terrence. And I think that's why he made the call out and kind of edged this fight up. So Terrence McKinney to get it done in the first 5. I'm paying attention big time to live props, because if Green's surviving this shit, I'm going to start to action Green as we see rounds 2 and 3 at high props. If like that's the way the props are looking, because I know that guy doesn't have any problems giving me 15 minutes. Love T-Rex, but my boy has negative cardio. Yeah, the thing is, that's a good call out too. He's been enjoying himself with the dude from Workaholics, the big dude with the big orange, like blonde hair that hits all the crazy bets with me. Like at least the Gucci one we were all in on together. So that was cool.
Yeah.
But I don't know his name. I think he just looks so much like the Workaholics guy. But I was amazed to see Terrence McKinney and that dude out in Colombia, like partying it up, having a good time together. So that's pretty cool for those guys. But that's what I'm also seeing before a fight, and I don't love that. You know what I mean? So Bobby Green, I think, is going to show up and be kind of battle ready. Terrence McKinney may not even be in the same like exact primal shape as he is in some of these other fights, because of just kind of having some fun right before the fights. I don't know. I haven't really paid too much attention to his camps. I know he did a lot with Fusion X and those guys. That's some of those transitions I thought were great for him, because he's been showing up extra hard since. And yeah, we'll see. I think Bobby Green should honestly be a slight bigger dog in this fight, like plus 200. So I don't like that at plus 125. But yeah, Terrence McKinney probably the moderate favorite here, and I haven't heard much otherwise. So I gave Green some flowers. Again, it's more about if he can drag this out and show some different tests to McKinney, he's got a shot to fight. Otherwise, if we're talking a first round knockout outcome, I don't know if it's Bobby Green. Gun to my head says it's Terrence McKinney by submission or knockout. So I like McKinney. I always bet double method. I'm never getting burned. I'm always happy. That's always like my go-to parlay leg as well. But the methods, when they stick out, like the submission being the least road of resistance, and if the props are giving me 4 to 5 to 1 on a submission prop, we definitely hedge that. But the primary canon is the knockout with McKinney in this outcome.
Yeah, he usually smokes a lot of guys round 1.
Yeah. So
will his game plan change is a question.
Yeah, that's my breakdown on it. I was gonna say you just had a big old hooter, but give me your rip on this fight. Let me know kind of what angles you're looking at, if any, and stylistically how you think this fight goes. Yeah,
I think the funnest prop to kind of look at would be Terrence's decision. Obviously, one of his toughest tests to date. As he takes these steps up, I don't think all the fights are going to end so quick. It just comes down to his fighting style. You know, if he wants to be smart, definitely a later fight might be in his favor. Mixing in that wrestling, right? But he just doesn't seem to play it smart and be calculated in round 1. He's just very impatient, gets after that finish, gives the people what they want. I wouldn't even mind if he goes the distance and beats up Bobby Green, showing us his cardio, his well-rounded skill set, just to see if he can compete in this division, in the ranks, stuff like that. Because at his age, he still has the chance. He's 31. Bobby's 8 years older. I'm not saying Bobby's on the way out or that he's slowing down, but he's due to regress. He's on a 3-fight win streak. I do love the spot for Terrence, and I'm intrigued on this decision bet. I don't know the odds, but I do believe they will be out here now, if you can find a number on that. Not good the call. Fight that is the official call, but obviously Terrence by finish is the official call. I just like the decision on it.
Good call on that. We were on your quick pick show earlier, and I said that as well in chat. So thanks for bringing that one up. It's just that you can't ever expect, as you're going up in competition to a certain level that you're going to be able to just show up and have the same show out. And sometimes that overconfidence humbles you real quick. Moving up 15 rankings in MMA is like almost going to an entirely different fight org at that point. And I think the lightweight division's easily and historically has always been one of the best competitive divisions. We just saw the golden era, and they began to already retire, graduate. But there will be nothing like this lightweight division in MMA and UFC's history, as far as I'm concerned. We've had some of the greatest paths crossing and wars, fights to go back and remember, period. At 155 pounds, they possess just enough power to cause total carnage and have all kinds of knockdowns and still get up to your feet and fight back and make it a war. These one-hitter quitters start to happen at 170 and up. And that's why we were paying attention to Ilya as much as we were. But Justin Gaethje reminded you that it's just different at 155 pounds, and that's okay. So right now, get on UFC.com. Get you one now. Freedom 250. Nice. Go get you a count on you shit. Bet on you. Yeah.
Bet on Fiend. Bet on Toad.
Nice.
Like and subscribe.
Well, I'll put
Drop
that
a
over
comment on some of the shows. One more hoop for F3. Then we'll get into the next fight. What are the odds on Terrence decision?
Terrence decision, I think we were saying earlier, fuck, I'd put that at like a 9-1 odd almost. Like, given. I'm pulling it up now. I'm going to check. I didn't even look because I didn't believe, but it's worth looking for sure.
It's worth a little peek.
Yeah.
We got some raw dogs, some wang, and some penis on the card, so it's worth a peek.
Oh, fuck. All right, so McKinney knockout plus 170, Bobby Green plus 210, McKinney submission plus 300, Bobby plus 750. Holy fuck. Bobby Green points plus 2,000. Terrence McKinney points plus 3,000. I'm betting both of those right now.
What?
I am betting both of those right fucking now, dude. Holy shit. Plus, you heard it from the man. Thought we was boys like that. What if Terrence McKinney had some 15-minute war with him and they had some good shit shake-up moment like, love you, bro. Thanks for the paycheck. Or, I don't think it would ever go like that and have them actually shake up and be cool. Bobby would slap the fucking piss out of him. I think it'd be a good S. I could see him shaking up after this. I could see there being love because I think their relationship and their friendship is bigger than this fight. As hard as that is to say going into it, but
watch there be a gentleman's agreement.
If the press conference gets kind of these two fired up, I could take that back real quick. And I know Bobby gets, like I said, really emotional going to fight, so someone's going to fire that question his way. Like, are you going to shake hands with Terrence McKinney after this fight? That'd actually be not a half bad reporter question, but like I said, they're all zombified from doing a false mandate. So, anyways, their questions are kind of ass. McKinney gasses in 2 minutes. Y'all bugging. I'm sorry. Yeah, no, that's why the prop's 30 fucking 100 to 1, man, or whatever, 30 to 1.
That's wild. I love it.
You're right. Terrence does not have cardio past 5 minutes, but Bobby likes to sit back and do dance moves between strikes, and so maybe it gives Terrence just enough breather time to like catch himself. He could be on some really nice mushrooms too. You never know. Just putting that out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, not all fun guys banned. Look at our boy Kamaru Usman. Sponsored by all kinds of fucking mushroom supplemental shit. I take my lion's mane every day and it shows I'm training with Trevor. Like, Terrence is taking some kind of fitness mushrooms, dude. He's about to one up, and I think he's about to get it done. One down. Because I believe in his 5-minute capabilities. He is the record holder, and this is a very late career Bobby Green. Now, if we could have taken Bobby back in time, I think we'd be a little bit more pick'em heavy. But I do heavily lean on Terrence McKinney's fight as at least a 2-1 favorite getting the outcome. If Bobby Green shows up and flosses around, he is that kind of 3-1 underdog to me. That's why, again, I don't like the prop. I don't love the prop at plus 125. I don't, but
he was offended.
Green's fought some way tougher fucking people.
He was offended that we thought the decision was possible.
Now is the point where I realize you guys get too.
No.
What are you talking about, dude? We're having very good discussions about some huge props.
At those odds, I mean, I don't think it's that crazy.
No, I don't. It's definitely worth a sprinkle. In 28 fights, they're going to a decision. Bet appropriately, you don't lose money. I don't know how many times I have to repeat that with long shot props. It's different when you're not betting on parlays because you can bankroll management it, right? Way better. So this is a straight up value. You didn't put 7 fights together to get this outcome. This is just, is this a much bigger test against someone way more veteran that has a wrestling base to keep it boxing where he's always been the most comfortable as? Can we edge out 15 minutes at 28-1 prop? Maybe splitting my willingness to bet in half. I like playing it on both sides all day at that prop, and I'll continue to bet it until it happens, because to your point, we're going up in rankings. It's only going to get harder. But this fight ends by finish. This fight ends in the first, I'm gonna say rounds 1 or 2 for Terrence McKinney, because Bobby might survive the storm for 5, but I'm gonna say rounds 1 or 2, Terrence McKinney gets it done via knockout.
Yeah, I'd agree. Likely under 1.5 Terrence, but I don't mind to look at the decision at those odds at all.
Yeah, dude. No, not at all.
And not you watch it fucking hit. I would laugh so hard. I would laugh so fucking hard.
That'd be one of my favorite slips of the year.
Saying that we're bugging out and then it actually hits, thinking it has no chance.
Yeah, we're definitely going to do some AI clip farming with that shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
I need to do that with Justin Gaethje, by the way. What the fuck have I been doing?
It's tough because in this chair, I predict every fight, and sometimes I'm wrong, sometimes I'm right. So it goes both ways.
Sure. I just love that I had like one of the best Toad-So's of a lifetime. So
you can't say we're not trying to make people money when we're talking odds like that. You know what I mean? And saying, hey, this might have a chance, you know?
It has
we're trying to make you money.
Fucking chance. That's why I love this sport. It has a fighter's chance to have anything happen.
Yeah.
How many times have a capper picked the fighter but was entirely wrong on the method? It happens all the time. Slips you don't see. It's part of the fight game. That's why I like Tapology. You get to really zero that shit in. On the UFC White House card, I think I had 4 perfects on the entire card with like round knockouts. So, yeah, I was pretty happy with that.
You happy with this matchup for Loner Kavanaugh?
Dude,
now the Scouser.
Huge fucking test, first and foremost. Deserved? Absolutely. Brennan Moreno, I still held to a very high regard. Obviously, really tough to see with him and the whole Tatsuro thing. Love both those guys too. But Moreno, I don't think he was washed coming back in. He was very focused, very trained, very recovered. Got to really focus back in and instead of letting his fight career maybe slip away. I thought it was going well for him until it wasn't. Loner is of that new generation, just like these guys like Ilya coming up. Very technical, very powerful, very explosive. And if you're used to these back and forth scrappy wars, they're going to take advantage of an opportunity and get the fight done. Loner, very high on this guy. I think that this might even be too crazy of a test in a way, because I think that the Brennan Moreno fight was just like, I don't know. I know that we can look at Royval right now and really just disregard him ever since that Joshua Van fight where he decided not to wrestle at all. He had like the Zahabi effect where he should wrestle. He'd probably look way better and maybe even win the fight, but no, instead he wants to strike the whole fucking time. I hope that whatever was loose in his fucking brain has been fastened in and he should mix it, because there's a reason Pantoja was such a monster at this division. And there's a reason like Royval took care of people like Moreno, right? The monster domino effect. Royval is very high as one of these dominoes, I assure you, but he just decided he didn't want to be anymore by changing the way he fights. If he's not using his grappling and getting this fight to the fucking ground, I sincerely worry for you, especially against a loner. And you haven't given me any reason to believe that you figured out whatever that loose fucking screw is and have it in place and have it fastened, maybe with a fucking nut in front of it this time. I don't think you have. And I think Loner further knocks this fucking thing loose with a knockout in this fight. So Royval, he's got the ranking, but you got to look at those defeats and realize that you got a guy that's either on or off, and you can't afford to be off against Loner because he will put your lights out.
Yeah, or just pick you apart. He's very good.
I love the Loner play on the Scouser takeover this week. Cheers to you boys. Let's get all three of them wins.
Yeah, let's do it. I think his footwork is going to be key in this fight. He's going to be very defensively sound. It's going to be tough for Royval to get his offense going. I think we're going to see that majority of the fight, just Royval having a tough time getting his offense off here, not being able to get the fight to the ground, not landing any of his shots, maybe some looping shots, and just Loner capitalizing with these counters, kicks, and maybe finding the knockout that way on a counter shot here. His counter striking's beautiful. His footwork's beautiful, and just a big win over Brandon Moreno in his last fight is going to build his confidence too. So Kavanagh's going to be a clutch pick, I'd say, this week. Hopefully he can pull it out, get it done, move up these ranks. Raw Dog, he can bark from time to time. You talked about him being a switch. This could be the fight. He just turns the switch on and fucks up a bunch of parlays, but he's just not consistent enough for me.
You make a great call out there. I feel so much better about Riley's odds to win a fight than I do Patty's and Loners, just given who they're against, their opponents, their resumes. And again, they're going to either have an on or off night. These aren't guys that typically have one or the other and come back and have a bad night and then pick up momentum. If they're off, they're off. And so this is still a very tough fight for Loner, and I hope that he doesn't get overconfident and disregard the threat coming back his way. But if Royval's playing smart, it won't be up to him. We'll be on the ground and we'll be stalling out winning minutes, control time, pressure, and just kind of wet blanketing and kind of draining that power. So even when Loner is up to the feet, he's starting to come back and strikes and have moments, but he's not hurting Brandon. He's not putting out crazy damage the way that he would if he was a fresh fighter in these first live 5 minutes. So you got to come out the gates heavy, and I'm just not in love with what I see Royval in that first round. And coming off that loss to Manel Cap is the blueprint that Loner and his team have been looking at, and they know exactly like, hey, we're going to melt this guy the same exact fucking way. We're going to melt this guy. We're going to catch him. The footwork, like you mentioned, huge factor here. They're going to find a corner of the octagon, and they're going to anticipate the direction. And they're going to set something wicked up, whether it's a kick, whether it's a big hook, a 1-2. I could see a body shot being ripped, an affected body shot in this fight. I think that's really fresh to mind right now, coming from the White House card, especially, is body shots are game changing. And yeah, I think Royval will get melted on the feet. So he's kind of in that Tracy Cortez fight, scenario as well. You going to grapple or you going to get fucked up? What you want? But again, you might go out and say, I want to fight like Zahabi. Cheers.
Cheers. That was a good shot. We're not long off the title shot, though, for Brandon Royval. His title shot with Pantoja, it went down to round 5. Basically, going into round 5, it was pretty well tied on the scorecards. It was a competitive fight for Royval, and certainly the switch was on that night.
Yeah.
High-level fight that night. But yeah, his last one lost some momentum, lost some confidence probably for sure, and I think he's going to be more likely to make a mistake in this fight rather than Loner Kavanagh, who's going to be very poised in that octagon, trying to build off that momentum. So Loner Kavanagh's the pick, Luke Riley's the pick, and now we're into the co-main event. Oh, not the co-main event. We got one more. Oh, shit. The build-up to this. I thought we were at the co-main already.
Fucking cooked. I love it. Corey Sandhagen, Mario Batista. Great fight. This is a very high-level main card fight. This is what you would expect on a card. You need this. This is one of those fights that help, secure the belief this is a good level, high-level pay-per-view. Of course, it's the return of the Mac, so we're not having that conversation this week. But in some scenarios for these live events, it's like, who are the fighters, and this would be one that you'd come across on the card and go, that'd be a good fight to see live. I'd get excited for that one. Mario has kind of had this kind of hatred towards him, the way he's stalled out, kind of bored out fights, and even robbed and walked away with fights that shouldn't have really been able to go to him. Not really going into this UFC organization with a ton of fan favorites once he started hitting some of these higher matchmakings, where to Sandhagen, he's always had a pretty dedicated fan base, but I'd say, especially as of late, more and more of that's kind of faded. I thought when he was first getting active on IG, making memes, doing like the huge blow up eyes with squeaky voices, calling out Sugar and trying to be a content creator, because that's what supposedly helps you get the fights that you want. And he kept teasing Sugar and calling out Sugar. The fact that that fight has never happened is fucking mind blowing, because Sandhagen promoted and had the community dying on this shit. His like little cars and little O'Malley shits, like people forget, man. But Sandhagen, love him or hate him, dude. Dude can make you laugh. He's a bit of a clown, but I always respected how he was training over with Trevor, Gaethje, getting a good sweat with those guys, running the mountains, mixing in that striking. I never thought that he really got to fully execute his bulliness, his size, his reach, always the craziest. Given the fact that he loves to thrive in that clinch, grapple as well, scramble. His fights get a little dicey, but when he's just like on his feet, loading up, snapping back kicks, and just setting up these combinations, I've always thought Sandhagen was great. And I noticed that when these guys are tight down the middle, guard high, and they're not just so easily open, that he gets very concentrated in those sequences and ends up eating a counter or two, where even though you have Sandhagen maybe winning the round in ways, or, oh yeah, I think he did enough, he's not going back to his corner always the freshest. Like, he does start to eat some big shots. He's great. He's going to eat a few of them. But dude, Mario's the kind of guy that he's shown in some key fights that if you disrespect him enough and let him open up on you, he can put you out too. He's got great combinations. His boxing is very good. It's just that we think of him too much as this guy's gonna hug me and fucking bore me and tie up my favorite fighter. And why the fuck did Dana and Hunter and Shelby even make this match? A stupid motherfucker. I hope he gets sparked. So for all the people that wanted that and you didn't really quite get that, this is the fight that is live in a way. I think Corey Sandhagen's the Sandman is dangerous at all times. I respect him being the favorite here, although respectfully, Mario is also a pretty good dog this week, because this is a back and forth fight. This will be one that's probably going to the judges, I'd assume. But I know Mario's going to come forward, and I really know that Sandhagen likes to have his range and be the bully there. So I'm hoping he shows up and doesn't eat too much, gets it done however he has to. But yeah, give me Corey Sandhagen as a fan. I'm ever so slightly biased in my rooting for him this week.
Yeah, enter the Sandman competitive fight. I have to say, this is the third time talking about it. I'm on Sandman as well. It's just very competitive. I'm not probably putting too much money on this one. As a fan, I'm picking Corey Sandhagen. Batista, he is a finisher, though, and if he can't finish the fight, he seems to be getting outpointed. But both guys at this point kind of lost to the same guys. Umar Nurmagomedov recently, kind of the same show, and you're not getting a good read off that. So very stylistic, fun fight here. I'm going Sandman. I got no strong read on how the fight finishes or on the confidence, really. I just see a competitive fight. Fight to go the distance makes a lot of sense. You said that, MMA Toad. I do like that. That's what I'm leaning right now with Corey Sandhagen getting his hand raised, just being a level above Mario Batista. But this is the second rematch that we talked about. Not only is McGregor and Holloway going to rematch, Batista is getting a chance to rematch here. So maybe Batista has that extra motivation factor, revenge factor in this fight. That's another reason why I'd kind of stay away.
He's definitely improved the most.
Yeah, and he's improving the most too.
He's definitely
the same age.
Yeah. So I think Mario's been showing up and looking more like better in his fights, or despite, again, he bored us out with the ones he should have lost.
I think his durability would be better too. You know, Corey probably has the wear and tear at this point in his career.
That's where I'm getting as I could see Sandhagen having volume and Mario having a moment, a sequence. And the damage says that Corey may have even lost that round, but he's tough. He's great. He's going to eat it. He's the guy that you're going to have in the UFC poster just bleeding everywhere with, some fucking monster sponsor, like Sandhagen covered in sweat and blood all over his face. He's great. You got to kind of put him out of there. He doesn't quit the easiest.
They're saying Cody has only proven to lose to elite competition. Are they talking about Corey or Cody? We're on Corey.
Yeah.
Both of them. Dirty Reg enters the chat. Asked if we think Cody will let loose with his hands, not just be looking for the perfect punch to land. I'm not sure if he's talking about Cody or Corey, because he's
probably just joining chat, throwing a random fight out there, which is fine.
Typo. He's on Typo.
Oh, okay, Typo. Okay,
Corey. I think he'll use his kicks more too. I think he's gonna have to let his hands go for sure against Mario Batista. He's not gonna just get pressed up against the cage the whole time and walk back. I think Corey's gonna have to throw, and you could see like a flying knee, something crazy too. I don't think it'd be shocking if he knocked out Batista, right?
I can see Sandhagen constantly circling off, trying to just keep moving around the octagon, and Mario being the one to try to corner him and set him up for a sequence. But then Sandhagen like exploding forward with a knee, big shot, like returns some fire, demands some of the octagon space back. Like I said, this should be a pretty good high-level fight. Like, I see both fighters actually having moments in this and it kind of grinding its way out. You could probably say it could even go 1-1 going into the third, arguably. We know how Mario gets away with shit sometimes, whether you like the fight or not. So, give me Sandhagen to win the fight, but I could see it being closer than what people are respecting this week.
Yes, I thought they were talking about Cody Durden. Yeah, both guys have only respectful people though. Batista only has 3 losses.
Yeah, no, Cody.
One being to Sandhagen.
Mario is very good.
Yeah,
he's not bad. So, like I said, respectfully, he's even considered a dog of the week for some people, and that's fine. He's at any time this guy's plus money, that you got a dog that will fight for you. It's not the most fun bet, and it goes against who I'm picking, so I'm not doing it, but don't be surprised if you see that slip it for somebody.
Yeah, definitely a chess match. Dirty Reg. Definitely a chess match. Let's look at the over 1.5. Hopefully no one gets cold cocked in this one.
Yeah. I think
they're both that co-main coming up next.
I think we go 15 for that one. That's my action, I think.
I like the fight to go the distance, covers both sides in that one. Chris Wilson said distance fight, maybe a split decision. I could see a split decision for sure in that one. Oh, yeah, buddy. Like and subscribe. If you haven't yet, smash the like button, please, and thank you. Goes a long way. Hopefully everyone's enjoying the show. Now we are headed to the co-main event. There's just so many good fights. It's like, holy shit. And then we're almost 2 hours in.
I've had a good time. I don't care. You know what I mean? This has been great. Fuck.
2 hours, but we're on track. We're staying.
Fuck a 15-minute breakdown video. We've talked so much cool shit. We've had so many cool people roll through because of their schedules. It's opened it up to some nice familiar faces I love seeing tonight. So this has been cool. Thank you guys for tuning in.
Good talk tonight.
We're gonna have a blast with these next 2 fights, I assure you. So stay tuned if you can. This is gonna be awesome. You guys obviously had quick picks today. I'm going to throw something up as well at some point this week. And yeah, check those out if you haven't, because there's pretty solid takes there as well. So
yeah, we got Icy Prelim, Tim, Curry Ninja, BT, a community member in there too. Tyler Betts, he was in the show as well. So very fun shows throughout the week. Prop Fiends will be back Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern time, where Toad's ready to cook. Make up 3 props of the week, his favorite on the prelims, main card, and then a value prop. Maybe at the end we do like a little tag team match, teams of 2. If there's 4 forecasters on this show, there might be 5. I forget the slate coming up, but we could do a little fun parlay at the end, or like 2v2, 2v3 on a pick or something.
Yeah, I was 2 for 3 this last week, so I wanna or the last time I did it with you guys. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this one. I think I got 3 that we'll cook. I'm gonna parlay them together for fun and see what happens.
Yeah, and at the end we might cook up something fun. I know me and MMA Fiends cooked up something fun on the quick pick show. We're doing a head-to-head clash. We're disagreeing on one pick, and the loser has to do whatever the top comment says. So top comment is what the loser has to do.
Fuck that.
We're disagreeing on a few picks, but there's one pick that we said we're doing this duel on.
Fuck that shit.
So top comment, me or
you know how someone could use the keyboard and change your fucking life. I'm all set.
Yeah, but then you have to get the likes on the comment. So top comment Saturday during the fight, main event.
Oh God.
We'll see who the top comment is, and if we're willing to do it, if we're losers.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
MMA
it's
Fiends.
The fucking internet, dude. You guys could be doing anything.
There's no comments yet, so we're looking pretty safe, buddy.
All right, well.
No one wants to comment on the video.
Quit all your
so
fucking
fine.
20 streams a week capping shit. Saying so active, or that might change real quick. You might start getting some action on them fucking silly, dumb dare posts.
Yeah, very informational video. We go off topic a little bit, but we have steer the ship in the right direction. Get right back on track. A couple good flows and intros into the slides too by Fight Fiend.
Yeah,
couple good intros. But yeah, thanks everybody tuning in. Dirty Reg, Chris Wilson, Tyler Betts, the 10-7 MMA. The list goes on. The boys are here. The boys are back. The Mac is back. This calls for another shot. You have to if Conor's coming back. Just wait till Friday, though. Blue Jays just won. I'm getting hot right now. What is it? Wednesday? Tuesday? It's only Tuesday.
You said you hit a 9X on that? Your parlay? 6X?
6Xer.
Hey, nice play, bud.
Jays, Rays.
Was that good, Phillies. Canadian? I said good play, bud.
Yeah, that was pretty Canadian, buddy.
Yeah, good. Cheers.
Bud, buddy. Hey. Cheers.
I think we're toasting the same shit, yeah?
Pink Whitney?
Right, guy?
Let's see. What are you drinking?
Small
no,
Jack.
I don't drink that.
I don't either. I thought that's what you had. That's what I grabbed.
I have Pink Whitney.
I got a beer right here.
I'm a vodka guy. Pink Whitney, vodka. I was lucky to find this Pink Whitney because it's off the shelves in Canada, I'm pretty sure.
I probably could go and pick up some mead, some sours, all like that kind of shit. I drink a lot of, I don't know, Michigan has a lot of options. I kind of live in the heart of breweries. I actually worked for Bell's Brewery as a temp when I was like 21, 22, doing kegs. I got to work on the Oberon line and the fucking Two-Hearted line. And then we did a 100th edition of something, collaboration, had all kinds of different shit. And they soaked in some bourbon casks of Jack Daniels. So it was like a really special thing. They only made 100 bottles. The employees all got one minus that. They all auctioned. And then they took all their remainders and made us dump it down the drains. And the person who ran the thing turned off the lights, said we were all right, guys. Like, all right, we're all good. Got out some mugs and goes, we're not pouring this shit anywhere. And we all pounded some steins and got super fucked up in this warehouse and drank probably one of the most delicious beers I've ever had in my life. So shout out Bell's. You know, that's probably one of my favorite locals where I'm whereabouts. But Yeah, man. Shout out to all you Canadians drinking that good old fucking lager shit or whatever you drink. What's like a typical Canadian beer? You guys like what?
Budweiser, Molson Canadian.
Budweiser's big in
Old
Canada?
Milwaukee.
Because it's red?
Yeah, we got Budweiser, Bud Light.
What about Labatt? What about Labatt Blue?
Michelob Ultra.
Yeah,
we got Labatt Blues.
Ultra's probably like my favorite shitty stadium beer.
Yeah, they're not bad. Good on calories. I'm trying to watch your weight.
Yeah, I like Coronas for that. The Corona Lights.
Coronas are good.
Drop some limes in them,
and
bitches.
Miller Lights are better.
I really don't drink a ton of beer, though. I mean, I've been
used to
all kinds of shit in this lately.
I like my vodka now.
No, I disc golf, and we have all kinds of fun hitting a little bit of everything. So, when my homie's big on tequila, I drink a lot of that with him when we disc golf.
My cat's in the podcast now.
Makes me loosen up the fucking disc. You know what I mean?
Sophie has entered the Fight Fiend forecast.
What a dope fucking cat.
Yeah, she's chilling.
Hey, for those who don't know, tell us your dog's name real quick.
Yeah, everybody drop your dog's name in the live chat.
No, but to all of our MMA fans.
I'll drop my dog's name in the live chat.
Oh, there you go. Okay. What's the last name?
Of my dog?
Mm-hmm. It's a 2-part name, duh.
Benson Batista.
No, that's really cool. You named your dog after Benson Henderson.
Yeah, Benson Henderson, former champ.
Yeah, respects. I hope he's going get through, man. I know he's having a hard time right now, and I'm sorry you're having to deal with that, brother. But we get through, baby. Should be all right.
During the Matchmaker Mayhem event 2 or 3, Benson had a seizure during the stream, and I had to go mute for a bit and deal with that. So it was pretty scary.
Yeah,
his mama's in Newfoundland, away from home. He was off his medication, back on it now, thankfully, and not having seizures since. But he had one during a live stream, Matchmaker Mayhem, and he had one at 3 a.m. at night. So very scary stuff, but they only last like 30 seconds. They're not like life-threatening, but at this point, they're just annoying and pretty scary. The medication stops them, so I'm glad he's back on them. Shout out to my dog, Benton, over there in the bed. Being a good boy.
Happy he's chilling out with you, man.
Yeah. He'll be chilling out here soon. Give him some belly rubs and a little treat before bed.
Well, we're in good company because we got this co-main event that's been cooking. Let's fire.
2 dogs on this one.
God of War. God of War, Benoit Saint Denis taking on Paddy the Batty Pimblett. 2 fucking different kinds of warriors, but nonetheless 2 warriors representing Europe. You got the Scouser versus the Frenchman. I love it. Stylistically, both dangerous in the same kinds of ways, except that you could say that BSD is way more cutthroat and risk-taking, and Paddy very timing, cautious, calculated. So stylistically, it's going to force some action that Paddy maybe not be as hot-footed and as accustomed to right out the gate. But if anyone could prepare you for it, I think going all 25 minutes with Justin Gaethje has done enough. So for all those that are expecting this blitzkrieg fucking French cannon, the special ops, I'm going to come up, swim behind you, pop out of a French canal, piano wire, choke your shit out, squad master killer BSD. You think that he's going to do that shit with Paddy? I think you have another thing coming because Paddy has ironically shown to be pretty tough, pretty grit since ever going up in weight. Definitely not a featherweight, but a wonderful lightweight fighter. He's actually pretty fucking big at 155 pounds. Definitely going to be bigger than BSD in some ways, I'd say. I know the reach and the heights is basically the same. Paddy, his calculation's actually off because of his big floof hair. You're going to see his head like 3 inches bigger than BSD's. So that's a miscalculation. But no, Paddy does a good job of keeping his head back, prying forward with that leg teep up the middle that he throws a lot. I think he tries to stay back so that will obviously stay out of these gunfights, but try to capitalize, try to counter. And if BSD doesn't just connect and ends up being flush and disrespects Patty that much, it could actually backfire. And I could see BSD getting hurt, especially if he comes from the staph infection. We know that, you know, he was winning a fight until he didn't against Dustin. He absolutely came out. I was worried for Dustin. That happened. I became confident and swung and actually went from picking BSD to Dustin and saying, yup, ain't happening now. And I was worried in that first round. I should have stuck to my original guns, right? And I could literally see this being the same thing where BSD hot-footed comes out, better first 5 minute fighter, has the first round, looks all that great. We have that same gut reaction like, man, I should have listened to that voice tell me reason. And then all of a sudden he just starts to kind of wilt and fade. And we know Patty not only is live for 15 minutes at a pretty high level, right? But he's live for all 25. And with BSD, he's not giving me a full 15 minutes the way that he's been showing up, especially in this condition. He's only shown me 5. So I do pick Patty Pimblett this way. This is something that flip-flopped for me once again, because my first instinct on this matchmaking was I'm going to go BSD. Then I thought about it, and then I was on the fence, and I started hedging towards Patty a little bit. Got worried, started thinking BSD, caught up with the news, and saw, oh my fucking God, it's going to be Patty because of this shit. So I think BSD is just getting fucked. He's got to get his health shit figured out, have some fuckers clean mats, and like quit being such dirty fucking French fucks over there or something, however it's happening, because like you've had 2 of your highest level like fights on your goddamn resume now, and you can't get to a camp. You can't get through a camp healthy without getting.
He says it's a scab though. This time he reported today. He says it's just tox. It's just a scab, but maybe he does need a better soap. Stay clean. Saint Denis is my pick with the forward pressure and the grit, the power, but Scousers are hard to knock out. I don't necessarily see Patty getting knocked out. This is one of my least confident picks, and I was almost torn on a pick. Haven't really... Yeah. Fuck. Haven't thought of betting Benoit Saint Denis in this spot. Kind of thought about switching up on the pick, kind of like Kong Wang. One of those fights, you know, it could go either way. I'm probably just going to ride with Saint Denis.
Yeah. What about come weigh-ins if Patty looks super fucking fresh and BSD somehow, despite his claims on the scab and everything, what if he just doesn't look like he's having the best time on the scale? Would you hedge towards Patty if Patty shows up smiling, and since he's actually nutritious and not a dumb fuck as much anymore,
if when they weigh in and face off, I get like a strong feeling towards Patty, that's when I'll switch the pick. But until then, I'm gonna not switch the pick. That's when I'll make my final call on that fight and the Kong Wang one.
I respect that, because some people I can ask that same question to, and they'll be so confident that it's this fighter or that fighter. But dude,
I don't want to be so quick to jump ship on my initial pick and my prediction show.
I just like to have an open heart until the weigh-ins are done, right? Like the fact that you're not seeing Conor in any of the fucking shits right now for the embeddeds and everything and stuff like that. It's like, you guys are betting money on this guy. Where the fuck is he? How is he looking? Like, you know what I mean? Me already got Max there, like dialed in, just calming down, like getting ready to do what he does. Kind of living in the moment some. It's just like, God damn it, Conor, you're making us all worry. Like,
yeah, hopefully he shows up and just appears.
Yeah, exactly. This is going to be a Conor 2.0 or Chandler 2.0 moment potentially.
Oh, he showed up to media today when we were live.
Okay, that's.
I didn't even have time to look at anything yet. I've been live.
I wasn't sure when all of it was gonna fucking post or whatever. So that's good to know.
That's dope. Yeah, I didn't even look at anything UFC related because I've been live the whole time, basically.
Yeah. Yep. Same.
Yeah. So he's showing up. He's here.
Work your show. Mowed lawn. Ate for the first time. Dived in the shower. Got on here. It's been a fucking day.
Yeah. Until face-offs weigh-ins, I won't switch up on my initial pick. But there's two this week that I have little faith in. and one with Saint Denis is the Money Moicano fight. You said he's a 5-round fighter. Well, fucking the first 5 minutes, he didn't look too fucking good. You know what I mean? Just right away, he was getting sparked and hit. And this could look like that. Just right out of the gate, Patty, just putting it on him, tagging him. Like,
and
I
dude,
can see that.
That's the crazy thing about Money Moicano. That motherfucker's so on when he's on. It's crazy.
Patty's good too. Like, I don't see a world where Benoit Saint Denis can go out here and really knock him out. If he does, I mean,
I think Benoit he just kind of charges into Patty. But... yeah. Would you not say that BSD tries to charge into Patty and get in the clinch with him, grab wrist control, work around his waist, work to his side, try to like ensue the takedown on Patty just because he loves ripping fights to the ground so much? Do you think that he thinks that he's gonna just try to have top control on Patty and try to rain ground and pound, you think, is the strategy here? Because I don't know that I would want to even take Patty to the ground. You know that on the feet he's live to have moments, but he's not the same aggressive fighter as you. I assume BSD's team is to use kind of his relentlessness on the feet, the forward pressure that Patty's never always the one always walking out of the cleanest and just saying, hey, fuck this kid up, basically. Like, go nuts on him, man. Don't hold back. Like, I don't know what you say to this guy as a coach because look how he fights, but just say do it for France. I don't know. The dude's a savage. I have respect for him. I got some rookies on both these guys that I love.
He doesn't quit either, unless he has staff.
I love his fucking like little eye wink, little bullshit thing, and I just this guy's awesome. I love BSD, but I also have high respects for Patty. So Patty is my pick, but to your point, this is oh man, that's such a nerve-wracking fight. You can't be fully confident one way or the other. You just can't on this. You have to respect where both guys are both known or respectfully known and dangerous, and I just say that this guy's going to be a lot more aggressive than most people Patty has fought.
Yeah, and I think he's going to try to bully him on the feet and not try to engage too much with the grappling of Patty, where that's maybe Patty's best path.
Yeah.
Bully him on the feet is the path for Benoit Saint Denis.
Could you see Patty hitting him back and seeing BSD start to fucking give up on his game plan and try to mix it up with?
Fuck yeah.
Like little, off to the side, trying to work on wrist control. Again, I like how he normally tries to fight as like a vice, get close and stick to these guys and work their way to the ground because he's just simply trying to stay out of that gunfight where we know that he can get hit and he can quit. But again, given the circumstances of that, I give him a lot more toughness value than some may. And I think that Patty, in his striking department at least, isn't going to just Tony Ferguson donkey kick and Michael Chandler donkey kick this guy and just finish it that way, because Patty definitely has great kicks. So that's like one of my biggest call outs in the striking improvements that he has made is he's utilizing his kicks way fucking better, and they're also like range checkers for him in ways, but he's so like back that he's not overextending and getting caught out and getting found out that Scousers do get knocked out. That's part of his fighting game, that you avoid the knockout. That's why when these guys are diving across, you're going to see BSD explode, cross the void, and you're going to see Patty's chin up in the air in this fight. And it's going to be that highlight moment where Patty finally gets memed for the Scouser gets knocked out, or he survives it like he normally does, and we continue to question how in the fuck does Patty Pimblett have his chin up in the air against these killers and come out victorious or come out ahead or survive the flurry. Like, I think BSD is going to finally test this in a very special way that maybe we wouldn't have seen until Ilya, ? If that fight happens, because I don't know. Justin Gaethje obviously was that first big test, right? But I give so much credit to Patty having moments and winning rounds and winning moments in that fight, right? Against someone like Justin Gaethje on the feet. I hold that way higher than BSD winning a round and getting fucked up. But again, I keep circling back. Not the most fair example in the world for BSD. And that's where, yes, I think the threat isn't nearly as bad as these other strikers. BSD should have more time on the feet in this fight with his striking. But I see Patty pulling away 2 and 3. BSD fucking up Patty in 1. And Patty having to survive the storm. So it's either that or I think the Scouser does get knocked out. Like, comment, subscribe. Gaethje washed? Nah.
You think so, Toad?
Nah. Gaethje's not washed at all. He's doing just fucking great.
I think he's trying to pull your strings.
Oh, he is. He knows what he's trying to say. Yeah, he already knows Gaethje's my favorite fighter.
You're wearing his hat.
I'm wearing his hat. I'm one of the biggest collections of his trading cards in the world. I have so many cards I haven't even posted of his. Yeah, Gaethje is my guy. I ride and die with the ship, and I don't jump ship based on who the best fighters are. So you'll see him
washed though a little bit that way.
I mean, he's never just
kidding.
He's never going to be the same fighter like he was, before.
He just won the belt, though. He's champ.
No, exactly. He is the champ, but
He's not washed.
No, he's not washed. I was just gonna say it's not like he's ever gonna be the same fighter he was right before DuBronx. That spark that he talked about, how he lost his footing and the fight just slipped away. It gave him a whole new perspective to the fight game that he hadn't quite felt. And I saw the adjustment afterwards, but I always talk about his leg kick investment, his uppercuts. He certainly absorbs shots. It's not that he's just like this technical flawless guy, because he's not. He has flaws just like me. I mean, that's why in a way he's such a cool, relatable favorite fighter to have. It's like he doesn't do it the cleanest. He's not the best at it, but he's a fucking dog. He grits through and fights through, and he's a guy that I can believe in. And so I got to witness probably one of the coolest highlights anyone wishes their favorite fighter could have had, and it's mine. So I'm gonna die on this ship till I'm done. But that was like probably gonna be my highlight. Literally the highlight being the highlight of all of MMA for me, because Justin Gaethje was the reason after the Johnson fight that I started paying attention to MMA a lot more and didn't want to miss prelims and started getting very serious into it and catching up a lot more on the in-betweens and not just watching the big main events like I had, like, oh, it's a Anderson Silva card. It's Chuck Liddell Johnson. It's, Rampage was another reason actually after that fight I started paying attention to, but I missed a lot of time that after the Gaethje fight, I started going back to the video market, or you rent games and shit. I'd start renting all the UFC DVDs, like, all right, UFC 1, here's Gracie. Yup, I know the Shamrocks. Yup, I'm familiar with them from the whole fucking wrestling scene and shit. Like, this is cool. It just kind of, I don't know, it kind of took me under its wing, but I never thought in my years that I would do this week in, week out. I just saw it as a hobby until it started changing my life. And Toad got ahead. Toad gave away a house at one time in my life. Toad gave away a lot of time and did very nice things for people. And,
not very nice people.
No, I didn't say all that, but but at the end of the day, it is a renter's market. I was always waiting to figure out what happened in my last go around to figure out if I'm going to buy or if I'd continue to rent. And so it's not even because I have the ability to do that on my own with my normal job. The UFC is helping me have my ability to be able to buy a home, buy a property. And I think that you couldn't ask for a bigger time in life than to have that right now and start to prepare and start to be kind of like to yourself and not dependent on a company that could say at any point in time, get the fuck out. Because as we know, the world's not getting easier. And I think it's always good to have that kind of security. And for you guys croaking with me all night, you heard little glimpses of the story of the Toad. And you know why I worked so hard to assure and acquire that thing. This whole house I have right here, my office. I put my head down and work my ass for a living. I can ensure that much. But the UFC is helping me plan for the future. So I have so much love and respect for you guys, the community that are part of this journey with me, because even though that piece is helping me in my life, this is still my favorite part of it. So like the video, drop some comments. The algorithm will fucking move. We got the 10-7 MMA in here. Another channel very, very much like size and community as Cedra. I think that would be a great collaboration. You guys would cook together. Love to be joining you. Get DS on. And I think the four of us could just fuck up a card and have some really solid takes, bets.
Fuck some bookies up.
And croak, yeah. Fuck up the bookies. Oh, I say it every week, man. So let's make that one happen. Su casa, my casa. We'll make that one happen. That would be a fun video for sure.
This is his league.
No, that's not fucking true, dude. No, come on. You love what you do, man. You love it, and you love how you do it, man. So
he's motivating me.
Oh yeah, no, Chris, dude, nothing but love here.
Shout out everybody in the live chat down there. That was better than like a fucking pull-up video, you know what I mean? Authentic as fuck.
Make an AI intro next time, dog. I'm fucking with you, dog.
The main event of the evening.
You, dog.
22-6. Conor McGregor is back. 6 years, 5 months off a win. Rematch fight to Max Blessed Holloway.
Broken.
Max Burpin Holloway. One hell of a fight. One hell of a main event. One hell of a way to end off the card.
God damn this whiskey.
Yeah, you're drinking from the bottle, just like Conor was.
Fucking smoking. Yeah, I know. I took a shot for him. You know, he can't do that right now, so I got to do it for him. You see, that was the deal we made. But
oof. Oh shit! No, I'm just kidding.
I was just saying you're gonna have to shotgun the whole vodka bottle, bro. You're fucked. This fight is crazy, dude. So first of all, Connor's actually have to, weigh in, make the fight, officially lock the gate. I've come to these terms. The gate has to lock, and as long as it's not Herb Dean, because you never know if Herb Dean's in there, what he's going to imply, the fight will ensue, and we'll finally get this fight. And not only would Conor outdo what I originally thought he wasn't going to do against Chandler, has come back, and the excuses came, and I'm like, dude, if he's not going to come back against Chandler, we're cooked. We're fucked. He ain't coming back to any of these other lightweights because they're way tougher than Chandler. They're way more dangerous than Chandler, and they're going to fuck him up. And it's not like he's going to come back for some shit fight, right? It'd be a Duke Bronx. It would have been a Dustin. It would have been a Gaethje. It would have been one of these big fights. But now he's trying to pull a guy who had just moved up to 155, done some back and forth, and says, hey, why don't you come up to here? Yeah, again, I can't do the fucking accent, but he's trying to tell the guy, come up to 170, and then tells the UFC, but it's only going to be 3 rounds. And they're like, Conor, no. It's 25 minutes. You're the main event. We can't make this because all these signs really make me worry. And all this striking, it shows him striking, and it's got the music and his team, and everyone's getting all hyped up, and he's yelling, yeah. But watch him fucking like huff and puff, and it shows him like turning away from the camera and putting his hands up a little bit to his sides. Like the Bless is going to fuck this guy up if we see a 3rd round plus. That's just my prediction. Conor's live in the first 10 minutes. It's going to dictate if he set up the fight for any kind of opportunity, because if Max gets to work and pick and have his fight the way that he has so many other great strikers in the UFC, and that's why he is the boxer of the UFC with the record, right? The striker. Conor does not stand a chance going into that 4th, and imagine even being a 5th round. I don't think Conor has it in his gas tank to get there with Max over 5 rounds. And I think that's why Max is so excited. And my last big thing I want to kind of chime into before I hand this over, because I know you're going to align with me on this one, but Max very specifically said, I can't wait to mix it up. Tell me what you think Max meant by saying that. We all know that Max likes to stand and bang, use that jab, use that height, use that range. I mean, he's not going to be a 170 fighter, by any means, but he certainly can show up and have great cardio. Do you think coming up in all this weight's going to affect that late game cardio where Max maybe isn't as sharp as we've seen him in that round 4 or 5 experience? Or do you think that it doesn't fucking matter because it's Conor coming back from all the bullshit and that Max is going to multiply in chances if we see a 4th round due to Conor just fading, Conor quitting, not having anything left in the tank? Does anyone believe me in that, or how do you feel, brother? Take it away.
The longer this fight goes, the more it favors Max with his activity. No doubt about that.
Yeah.
Him being a favorite, I think that's why. But the problem is early in this fight, what happens with the size difference, right? You said Max recently moved to 155. Now he's going all the way to 170. Max is going to be the smaller guy, and he was the smaller guy in that first fight from what I've seen. And Conor used round 2 and 3. He mixed in the wrestling and even had control on top all of round 3, out-wrestled Max Holloway. But in this fight, completely different, and I do like the hedge bet on Max for a submission win based off some gematria and astrology, but not getting into that on this show. Just going to call the fight how I see it here. I think Conor's just a bigger guy, and he has a 5-inch reach advantage, right? So 5 years away from sport or not, he still has fight-ending power and precision and
kicks. Yeah.
The whole shebang. That's why he made the sport what it is. It was all because of Conor McGregor. That's why so many people got into it. He's the most paid MMA fighter of all time, and rightfully so. He walks the talk most of the time. Right now, he's not talking a whole lot, which makes it very interesting. Is he dialed the fuck in? He might be. He might just be dialed in, staying away from media, coming in late this week, just dialed in. He's been putting out some videos late at night running and stuff, so I can't just count out his cardio. Could still be there. He has won decisions before. The first fight, he beat Max by a decision. And like I said, round 3, he just started using the wrestling. So I'm not going to count that out. But based off what we've seen from Max, yeah, he can win. And he will look better later in this fight, just based off the layoff, based off the intangibles, stuff we can't control. We can't control that Conor's been away for fucking 5 years, Yeah. That's what it is. He probably won't have the cardio late. We can't control Max as a more active fighter. We just know facts at this point. So based off the facts, that's what I'm thinking. Yeah, Max looks better late. Early, Conor is super live to pull off this upset. My Zodiac forecast likes him in round 2, knockout to be exact. And it likes Max submission at any point, or Max by a decision, or Conor by a decision.
You don't like Max by TKO?
There's a couple ways this can end, for sure. Just like the co-main, there's multiple ways this fight can end, I think.
I mean, Conor could fuck up that same leg again, as much as I hate to say that.
He could knock out Max with that leg with a head kick.
He could.
That leg could be steel and just head kick, done.
He could
like
he could start to hate the boxing exchanges with Max. Max is finding his jab and his volume, and Conor
just hits harder. He's bigger.
Yeah, well, Conor hits harder, but maybe Conor's missing, and maybe Conor isn't getting home the way he's used to. And again, it's a huge thing coming back, and all these other factors.
Could be a problem.
Accuracy and that sharpness that he was used to, that pounce, that cadence, that in and out sequence he always had to help cross the void and set that shit up, isn't quite home. And Max is finding this jab. Who's to say that Conor doesn't try to put his head down and grapple up and try to mix it in? And that's where it's just like, I really like Max in the clinch still, his fucking knees, his dirty boxing. I'm just saying this could be a thing where I wouldn't count out the knockout over 5 rounds with Max at any point. So I like the hedge with the submission because I could see some kind of grapple exchange where Conor has his head down and Max is just cinching up around that neck with like a guillotine or something, but rear naked for sure. But I really respect the volume that Max puts on with his boxing. So if not a decision, the knockout is definitely where I feel Max wins this fight. I take Max as a pick, but Conor, I really like in his early round combos for the knockout 1 through 3. And then Max, I'll be having some fun with his TKO 2, 3, 4, I think. And minus that, yeah, I think Max is live money line for some action for me on a parlay piece. And that's the one I believe in. But the odds for McGregor, I definitely will be paying attention to this one from a live scorecard because the odds could be very interesting, to say the least, for Max. If Conor comes out hot and the odds put Max at plus money, may consider additional action, knowing that Max is good until he's not. But Conor, more than likely, we'll get some action from me in one of those knockout plays. Like I said, I can't be confident he gets it done by a decision. I don't think he can last with Max over this fight. In the past, he's had some decisions. I just think this is a way tougher ask given the circumstances of this return fight. So I'm kind of at a Conor McGregor knockout or bust, and this is a very fucking tough comeback fight to test that on because minus Ilia Topuria, which may have cracked and found that code that you like to mention, that puzzle, and Max now can be knocked out. There's one way to find out, right? Conor McGregor is a big fucking test since then, and we know that when he can connect, he can absolutely do it no matter who it's against. And you should be nervous. You should be nervous every time he connects early, fresh. But if you can survive his storm at this stage in his career and mix it and take him to your world, you have nothing to fear. And I know Max knows that. And so I take to heart. I can't wait to mix it up this weekend as a big indicator that he's got a surprise for Conor in those first 2 rounds and starts to open up on Conor maybe in that 3rd, 4th round with the boxing and finishes the fight.
10-7 MMA said Conor has won one fight in 9 years. He won
I love that.
6 years and 5 months ago.
Oh,
Conor McGregor won 6 years, 5 months ago.
Max is just sock 'em, bop 'em robot, just nonstop jab, 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 jab. I'm the best boxer.
Against Calvin Kattar at 145. He said that, right?
Yeah, but he's been kind of flossing it against everybody until Ilia, so.
And Charles.
Well, and Charles, but Charles more so hugged the shit out of him. He didn't box him. Charles just wanted to have babies with Max. Max wanted to fight for the BMF belt, so that's not fair.
Well, good boxers will avoid that, right? The best boxers in the UFC will.
Maybe at 145, he would have done much better there.
And this one's at 170.
Charles at 155 is a problem. That's why he was the boogeyman. And yeah, no, 100%. This is at 170, so Conor is dangerous here, and Max should respect that because of little fucking 145 El Toro Spaniard.
Even Bolt beat Max 3 times.
Yeah. And against a high-level fighter like Max with the boxing and the size advantage,
wrestling,
I can understand why Volk wasn't able to get the knockouts there. But based on the other fights he's taken to the decisions, that's totally fine. But yeah, Max getting dropped by Ilia, given that size disadvantage and shit, is just crazy to me. And so if anything's live at 170 pounds, given how much juice this Irish fucking monkey has been able to pump into his body. No one remembers when Conor McGregor was officially like off all the bullshit and was injured and was straight up juicing to recover and was fucking huge as fuck. Remember, that same guy hasn't been able to come back to show you how much he may have unauthentically got some of his muscle mass that he's turned into a weapon again to fight tonight or, Saturday night. So anything is live. I swear to God, at least in this first 5 to 10 minutes with Conor. And then after that, I'm not expecting much from him. I'm expecting opposite. And if he can surprise me there, I would love that. But that'd be such a big ask. Just coming back and doing 10 minutes alone with Max is kind of an ask to me, because I see him missing the love, the fame, the attention, the action. You know, he's sitting there pacing back and forth in his living room or on the road. He cannot fucking take it. This is what he built. This is like the greatest and the biggest it's ever been, and he's not part of it. And so I think he's coming back because he wants to, not that he's ready to. And that's where Max is my official pick. But I'm going to really have to look into methods and believe that he breaks Conor down over 25 minutes because of all the reason I just doubted Conor's true authenticity and intention in returning, other than just to have another moment, one more last time. I miss you guys. I love you guys. I didn't want to go out like that. I wanted to come back and go out like this, win or lose. And that'd be actually admirable. That'd be a big facelift of the figure he is in the sport, and all the wrongs in a way, maybe not being truly dealt with and justified, but I can tip my hat to you, you know. At the end of the day, yes, thank you for being here and blowing this up into what it is today, because you get to be the Michael Jordan of the sport, despite you don't match that in greatness. You were a successful champ that was streaking and defending and all this shit, right? You can't say it's Sean Jones. Sorry, he did it the cheat way. Michael Jordan would have such a tarnished name if he was a huge mass PED cheat and fucked over all of his fucking teams and teammates and shit. So Conor McGregor gets to be that face in the terms of star power. His mouth, his ability to sell a fight. He put more asses in seats and more purchases of pay-per-view than most people in the world of MMA and boxing. Like, he is one of those popular names that celebrities knew. People didn't know shit about UFC, MMA. You had people who didn't even know who Dana White was, but they knew who Conor McGregor was, right? That's this guy. So that's where, win or lose, happy he's deciding to at least go out on his own terms. But Max ain't going to let you do it easily. In fact, I don't think you get it done. So hope you can gorilla juice, man, bash your way by being 2 weight divisions above your opponent and just filling it out way better and have an advantage. But mark my words, your time is ticking. 10 minutes, get it done, or Max is going to fuck you up. All right. Send it. Give me everything. One last time to close it out. Fiend, I want everything on this fight, from your angles, your true predictions, and then you guys last time in chat to chime in. Give me your fighter. Give me your method. Give me your rounds. Let's have some fun. And I'm coming back for receipts when this one's done.
No, so I'm coming back for receipts when this one's done. I'm clipping everything you just said if Max doesn't win. And then I'll show my Zodiac code.
Do it. I love that.
I've already posted clips of it on the Quick Pick show. I don't want to get into it right now. I might put a separate video together decoding this whole main event. The biggest return in sports history, potentially, for an athlete, is McGregor coming back to the UFC. So I decoded the whole fight, very confident in the read. I could give it a little sauce here now, but don't want to go too off topic, but it definitely aligns with my pick and my confidence level on Conor McGregor.
You got to remember, dog, I'm an Ancient Aliens cat, so I want you to give me a peer through this third eye. I don't need to hear what's going on.
If you want to see it all, I'll show you it all.
Yeah, they'll send it, because, you know, the UFC flutes got me thinking that maybe, just maybe, I'd like to know what this code is. And remember, I told you, depending what vlog number he's on, that's going to play a sequence in this code. I'm gonna help break the code. We're gonna do a collab called the Toad Code, and you are gonna do all your, you know what I mean? The Fiend.
There's only 5 likes on the stream right now. I don't know if there's enough. We've had more than 5 viewers at once.
Yeah, you're right.
Only 5 likes on the stream.
No, you're right. Not deserving at all. What the fuck?
Yeah.
That's tough. I mean, it's 12 a.m. What the fuck are these people doing? Sleeping? Guess
They're probably sleeping on the Zodiac code.
Not gonna know the code.
No, the code's not guaranteed to hit. It's just good information to know. And
It's John.
Obviously,
Jones.
with Gaethje, it came in handy. With Justin Gaethje, the Zodiac code came in handy. I had Justin Gaethje too. I bet him. I didn't pick him. I picked Ilya Taporia.
Fucking coward.
As my pick. But I bet on Gaethje. I made over 20-some units on Gaethje.
So was it just that the unit size was too disrespectful and that's what made you bet? Or did you have the belief that he could actually win?
On Gaethje?
Yeah.
I decoded the fight and it told me Gaethje. My Zodiac information told me Gaethje was going to knock him out, just like I'm going to show you the Zodiac info.
Then why didn't you pick him on your sheet?
Because I decoded the fight like the day before the fight. I do all the decode and gematria after the fact. I just look at the fight for what it is and make my pick beforehand and give a confidence level and decide if I'm going to bet it or not. And then closer to the fights, if I have time, I try to decode them the best I can.
Well, you fucked up on that one and you hurt my feelings, dude. Don't ever not pick Justin Gaethje again. The fuck
well, you
is wrong
can't
with
just pick off the Zodiac alone because it's not.
No.
I don't think it's that accurate 100% of the time, and you can't blindly just pick off it. But it's good info to have for sure, in my opinion. Which is why we're going to throw it up, I guess, for the main event of the evening.
Whatever, dude. I thought
very big code. Let's pull it up. Zodiac forecast.
I just want everyone to know I called out the Gaethje fight verbatim how it happened. Minus quitting on the stool. And I had round 3. But still. It was uppercuts, leg kicks. Gaethje would survive something nasty. It was the body shots. It all happened.
Sexy, nasty.
Our boy won.
There's the Max Holloway code. I code both sides. Try not to be biased too.
Of the year. You understand? Okay. Dude, you gotta understand 22 is like one of the biggest numbers of my life. So that's cool. See, so is 11. So is 11. Oh shit. Hold on a minute here.
So the biggest one is the 192nd day of the year.
Bro, I'm breaking down the code in a whole new layer. So 22 plus 11, 33. And then I'm reading 3 days before Conor McGregor's birthday. And then third consecutive loss. I'm reading that as 33, right? So I'm sitting here connecting all this shit together right now.
It's the 33rd fight for Holloway.
Oh my fuck. So then what's going on here? We got...
This is for Conor McGregor. Compared to Max Holloway info that I found.
Oh, fucking shit.
This is all for Conor to win.
But was I connecting like the dots?
This little bit was for Max.
Was I doing it good?
Yeah, you're doing pretty good. Connecting some dots, but I already did a lot of the dot connecting for you.
I'm just more so like making mathematical like relations. I'm not doing anything actually
the
crazy.
7-11 connection's pretty big. It's a spiritual heaven number, the 7-11. Okay. The Mac is back looking for his 11th win in the UFC on the 11th. Max Holloway's real name in the gematria calculator equals 1172. 11 and 7 is a divider of 77 months, which is 77 months since McGregor won a fight. 6 years, 5 months since McGregor won a fight. Conor McGregor in gematria equals 65. So 6 years and 5 months since McGregor won a fight. You just throw his name into the gematria calculator and you get 60 fucking 5. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, no way, bro. 6 years, 5 months. Like, why didn't he fight against Chandler? Why is he fighting this event? The numbers always line up.
That's where
the numbers always line up for a reason. Conor McGregor, 65 reverse reduction. 6 years, 5 months since he's fucking won a fight. Right there. Boom. Boom. Beforehand. The fight didn't even fucking happen yet. Maybe he doesn't win. But you know that Holloway could be live for the submission. Maybe it's a decision. Because we look at the 192nd day of the year, McGregor can remain 19-2 in the knockout column. But then you can look at some other codes that lean McGregor by knockout. And my favorite one was 623 days since Holloway lost a fight by knockout. Opponents of McGregor can fall 6-23. 6 and 23. 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 That's my favorite one. It's really hard to go against when stuff lines up like that, man. And you have a whole fucking book like this.
Holy shit.
Right? He can win in round 2 for the 6th time as he improves 20-6 inside the distance. It would be his 7th win in round 2 as Holloway stays on 27 pro wins. 20th knockout for Conor. He would improve 20-2 in the knockout column. 20-2, 22nd UFC event of the year. But he could stay on those 22 pro wins. That's the one little 22 riddle his way. Max blessed Holloway, 215, main cipher, ordinal, 20 months, 15 days since he was knocked out. 20 months, 15 days since Max Holloway was knocked out. His name, Max blessed Holloway, main cipher, 215. If Max Holloway loses by knockout, the opponents of McGregor fall 6-23. McGregor gets his 23rd win. His opponents stay on 6 wins against McGregor. 6-23 is the record of McGregor's opponents. 623 days exactly since Holloway lost by knockout to Ilya at 15-0. Conor's in his 15th UFC fight. I got Conor McGregor to win this main event by knockout round 2. But anything can happen. He could win a decision. He could lose a decision. He could get submitted. There's a lot of what ifs. What if this could happen? This could happen. You know, the woulds and coulds of the world. I'm just giving you the information I found, all the work I've put in and sharing it. Hopefully people like this information. Hopefully it can help you on this fight. Hopefully we can cash in, make some money, but we're going to manage the bankroll wisely. Nothing's a guarantee, but this is my info and hopefully y'all appreciate it. Took a lot of work to find all this and write it all up. So, and obviously I gave you the Max Holloway code too, right? I'm not being biased. I just gave you both sides. Plays on both sides. I wouldn't go off the Zodiac alone. I don't do this before I make my pick. This is after my picks. Yeah, I like ancient aliens and cool, weird shit like that too, conspiracies, but I like stuff that's consistent, stuff that can make you money. And I've made money with gematria reads like this in the past. Obviously, I had the same type of write-up for Gaethje with a bunch of info. I showed you the sheet there. I did a whole video on Justin Gaethje beating Topuria, right? I decoded that whole fight after the fact, so you can check out that video too. But this one I want to give out beforehand, so hopefully someone else can tail along or learn off me and help me decode fights in the future. Maybe it works this time and people are blown away by the info I'm providing here right now. Maybe Max gets the submission, right? And we can cash in on that side. So we'll see what happens.
I've been kind of speechless because I'm just...
Yeah, this is pretty speechless stuff because
so amazed with all the different connections and the stats and how it all
fucking crazy
kind of checks out, links up, where we are now, etc., how everything aligns. But you did say one thing. You said I like things that are more credible, right? Other than ancient aliens. I'll have you what, man. I am an ancient astronaut theorist, and I'm gonna say that we have marvels that were once created before our modern day technology that we still cannot answer. The cuts, the grooves, how things were previewed from the sky in such a way. There's a lot of marvels in the world, man. And you know what? I think rather than hate on ancient aliens, I think there are all these codes and these numbers. We could use the powers and ancient wisdom to further decipher codes and cap out on the UFC. Like we and you could have Egyptian god powers.
I do see something on the 14. He's like adding up the numbers here. Shout out to 10-7 trying to help us out with the decode a bit. Actually, I found a bunch with the 14. Just one thing right off the bat. Max Holloway has 14 wins inside the distance and is looking for his 14th decision win. So Max can stay on 14 wins inside the distance, picking up his 14th decision win. That's what I see with the 14 just right off the bat. And then Conor would stay 1-4 in the submission column. Yeah. Conor's 10-4 in the UFC, fought 14 times in the UFC. Maybe it's a decision for Max. Right here, 192nd day of the year, McGregor can remain 19-2 in the knockout column. That would lean Max decision. That wouldn't go against it at all. The code would agree, Max decision.
You know what's crazy about your second round Conor McGregor knockout prediction?
That one, yeah.
And I see the code. I see the number 2 more than any other number on here. And so if you think he gets it done by a knockout in round 2 because of your code, you can go through that sheet and you have the number 2 on there more than any other number. So that'd be also kind of another crazy last code connection that you cashed out on. So
yeah, a lot of Tuesday.
What shape is the earth? Hold on a minute here, guy.
It's fucking flat.
You're trying to trick me because I can't answer that question for you because it's fucking nighttime out there. And I'm not gonna conform and give you a falsified answer when I can't go out and grab my cow and suck raw titty fucking cow milk and look at the sky. All right, you fucking.
The earth is a triangle.
City boy.
It's a fucking triangle with 5 sides. The triangle with 5 sides. 1, 2, 3, and then
you want to talk about decoding? Why is a triangle somehow this shape we've seen throughout all of existence? Various religions talking about circles in the sky, but also triangles in the sky. These wisdom granters, these teachers, we've been taken to, we've been taken from. The sky has always been, right? Why is a triangle such a unique object in the sky? Nothing natural comes that way. I didn't tell my answer. I just explained that you're not going to make me take a test when I clearly am at a disadvantage. It is fucking nighttime. I cannot see nothing out there. I don't know which way is which. I can't tell you which way the fucking solar vortex winds are going to be blowing and turning our Earth next.
It's because triangle.
We could be spilling out right now into space, and you're going to change the buoyancy of Earth. Our ocean is spilling into space, part of being flat. Not that I'm saying it's flat, but you know what I mean? Like, if it was.
Into your bedroom. Smoking all that weed in there. Holy fuck.
Oh, well.
Turning into an ancient alien.
Bro, listen, I got this little dude I run when I'm not in here with my window open, and you wouldn't even know, dude. So party on. Fuck yeah.
Party hardy.
We're all straight there. We're good. We're having fun.
Yeah, quick picks every Tuesday, 5 p.m. Eastern time. Prop Fiends Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern time. 3 hours, full card prediction show, a bunch of info, a bunch of sauce. Showed you the Zodiac information. Some of you might not know what that is, but the Earth is triangle. So thanks for tuning in. Thank you, Toad, for giving us your time tonight. A bunch of good croaking and smoking, token. I might have to go for another one end of the show. That's it for the predictions. We've talked about the fights. We gave you some outcomes, confidence levels, and what we're going to look to do in the future, maybe with some pick changes, bets, you name it. We got it. We're back for more shows too, so don't go far. You got to stay forecasted. And you got to like more than 5 likes. Come on. 5 likes. Still gave out the Zodiac code. So if McGregor wins, we can clip Toad and make a funny short video of him being wrong, along with 100 other cappers I have clipped already, because I'm always confident.
You better clip why I'm not going to answer that question at nighttime, all right? 10-7 tried putting me on the spot.
No, I won't clip you. I'll leave you out of the clipping, Toad. Don't worry.
All right.
I got enough people clipped. I got bigger names clipped than you. Don't worry.
That's fair. I thought that the titty milk, just maybe Bryce Mitchell would appreciate that one.
He would. He'd love that.
I'm a Mitchell too, so if Bryce wants to have me out to the farm, A, I can fish a lot better than Guru, and B, I'll eat them fucking chicken eggs with the shells, unlike the schmo. So me and Bryce Mitchell, we're gonna have a good time. I already know the dude burns Hooters. He just would never tell you because he's a Christian man, and he's a sweet, humble dude.
Christian man never tells his secrets.
I'm just saying he's got morals. He would never do this on a camera. He's definitely worried about all the spying and bullshit as well. So he's one of those, and I love him for that. So shout out Bryce Mitchell. Almost got a one of him. Ended up getting a numbered card instead, but still big fan of his. I was in a 50-50 raffle between out of 50 auto and one of one. And it was Hidden Treasures or whatever the fuck that insert was with tops.
Ooh.
Yeah. So
Final
I lost the coin flip, but I still got a nice auto of his, so I wasn't too upset. But yeah, that dude had a fucking lucky day because it was a $5 raffle. So it was pretty crazy.
Thanks for tuning in, Chris.
Yeah, cheers.
He said shot, boys. I don't know if he is indicating me to take a shot before we go, but one more.
Yep,
end
sure.
the stream. Cheers, buys.
Cheers. Had a great time with you, boys.
Smoke Fiend might come out for a hoop. End of the show. Great show here.
End it. Let's go. Had fun, man.
With MMA Toad.
Pleasure with you. Thanks, bro. Thanks for having me.
You'll be back Friday.
Oh, we'll be back. We're going to be cooking 3 bets. We've been having some fun there. It was 2 for 3 last week. Being that the Black Wolf got fucking folded like a lawn chair before the fight started. But it's all right. We're going to be croaking and smoking just like tonight. So make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. Check out the socials. We'll be croaking and smoking a lot more here soon. Love y'all. Thank you so much.
Much appreciation.
Croaking with the Toad.
Might have to bring out the iPad here. Smoke a Fiend and burping Toad.
That's my outro. Peace.
Oh, are we gonna close it now, or are we bring?
No. You want to bring out Smoke Fiend and to do it?
Yeah, we can. Cheers. We're live.
Oh, fuck yeah!
Anyone rewatching can.
This is the after party show now. You guys are
this is after party.
Yeah.
Watch the full card predictions if you're watching, not live. By now, you're probably not watching it, so
yeah.
Watch party now. After
I'm
party.
cool. I'm cool doing a graphic with you as well this week with your picks.
Maybe
my picks.
We talk that now. Maybe we talk a collab live on the show.
Yeah,
Maybe
I'll do
like
a graphic with you.
Collab.
Your channel art, my channel art, and your list, my list. We go down the row, and we just call it whatever you want to call it. But we'll do it weekly. Your picks, my picks. Let the community think about it, talk about it. Make a post, share it as a story. That way we can centralize conversations and polls. We just do a poll every week, you and me, like the little purple Fiend and the Toad. So it's like, whose picks do you like more? That'd be a fun one to do for a community and have people below telling them why. Like, hey, I agree with this and disagree with this, and then you're going to hear other members send, picks and get them engaged. And then maybe that spirals into a community. We got a bunch of cappers and a bunch of our community wanting to be part of the poll, and that'd be cool too. So I'm open for it, man. I think we could have a lot of fun.
What we should do is like another 2-pick collab, because the last one we smacked.
Yeah, no, we fucked that up for sure.
You give a pick, I give a pick, and then we bet it together.
Yeah.
2-leg bet. That way we don't have to go head to head and have like people saying, "Oh, I like Toad better, I like Fiend better." Just like us both and take this fucking bet in cash with us.
Well, yeah, that one would be not for the bets, but for the picks. Like, where you circle the fighter, like, how a lot of communities do it. They have like a list of like 8 content creators or whatever. Here's all these UFC people. Here's their picks.
Yeah, I do that sometimes.
Me and you do it every week. Your picks, my picks, just for fun, like a cool collaborative art.
The whole slate?
Yeah, just for fun. Just so like we can get conversations going on like a post and hear people talk about their picks. Or what will happen is I'm sure someone will like parts of our slips, but maybe not all of them, right? And I think it would be a cool way of engaging the community and have people just comment. But we can make a little straw poll for fun or do whatever. Put like your signal, my signal, and then a red X. So for people who hate both of our pick sheets, they could just fade us and hit the red X. Be haters. I think it could be. I think it could be a fun community thing. I don't know.
Maybe. It's tough because I think we have like all the same picks.
Typically, me and you are always the same, but like maybe 2 or so. So it'd be interesting.
That's why I don't like doing those things, because it's like half the time the picks are the same except for like 1 or 2.
Yeah, I see.
And like everyone does it. I like being different.
Well, I like the Tapology thing, but not everyone jumps into that. Like the IG, I'm going to circle the fighters, the casual version of. I'm going to go on Tapology, tell you the method and rounds. Like, you know what I mean?
Well, I have a Tapology group, so after the fact, I think we're going to see the results from everyone in the group, and we could do something that way.
Yeah. No, I'm excited. I joined it. I want to do stuff in that. That'd be cool.
Yeah, we'll have to see how it
I'm
works.
just saying the MMA community is semi-casual, though, where you're not going to see as many people in Tapology always. They'll just tell you which fighter. You questioning the method and shit makes them feel uncomfortable because they can't always tell you what they actually know about every fight. You know, they'll know the key ones, but they're not going to want to go research and figure out who's who and be able to fairly talk about options of methods. And I don't know.
That's why I like the fantasy draft, because then it's like we can all go like head to head, a few of us at once, and then like the worst score gets eliminated. I think
I'm totally down. I think it'll be great.
Yeah, you're in the slate this week because we have 3 new openings.
Yep. It's at like 1 p.m. you said? My time?
1 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah, okay. Yep.
12 for you?
Yep.
2 for
No,
me.
I'm Eastern.
Supper time in Scotland and England. But Polly Walnuts, who finished 3rd, he's still in the pool.
Okay.
He said he's unavailable. He's unavailable, so he might be just kicked out because he's not available.
Yeah. No, that should be a requirement. You can't have off weeks or just rotate someone else in and come back later kind of thing or whatever.
Yeah, you just get like booted out and then you're
or you just get booted out. Yeah, that's fair too.
Yeah, he'll just be back in a couple weeks. If you can't make it Saturday and draft your team, then you can't be in the draft. Simple as that.
If he ain't in here boosting chats, then he ain't getting back in, I guess, right?
No, he might be mad because I wouldn't do it Friday night.
Yeah.
Well, we're live Friday with the prop being, so we can't do the fantasy draft Friday too.
Yeah, exactly.
Especially when half the boys can't do 3-hour streams.
Yeah, I know. Everyone's got aggro after like an hour. Not everyone, some people, but it is what it is. We do what we could do. It just might be that we have more available time during the evenings than other people do, and that's what it is. It's totally cool with me.
Yeah, the Saturday fantasy draft will be like a good time for everyone, though, no matter where they're at in the world.
Yeah.
But Polly says he's going out with friends on Saturday night or Saturday around supper.
So I actually got a pretty busy weekend. I got the fights and everything Saturday. We got our show early Saturday. Friday, we got our show going into that. But then Sunday, I'm getting up pretty early, driving across the state for a disc golf tournament, which is going to be cool. Yep. And then got a bunch of other shit going on, And then sometime in August, like August 8th through the 13th, I'll be up north taking my dad fishing and getting him a king salmon and doing all that shit, staying at a cabin and chilling out with the old man, taking some time in with him. So I'll be out for all that, but anything I'd miss, I'd post early, predictions, video, all that shit. So I'm not going to miss the action. I'll just do everything super early and get it figured out. So something I'm going to be doing more anyways. So probably tonight or, tomorrow, I'm going to record a separate, just real quick, rip through the card, the predictions, highlights, thoughts, maybe key bets, and then make that one much shorter. And then other than that, I just look forward to kicking it with you again Friday, man. It's been awesome.
Yeah, and then
great fucking time.
Draft Saturday morning before the watch party.
Yeah, no, always, Chris. Thanks for being here as well. I'm catching up on fucking chat because I've been behind. So yeah, hey, triangle is the strongest shape. So fair. When you're warping through time and matter and dimensions we don't know of, I'll go with a strong shape as a base. So all checks out. I'm not high enough
yet.
I hope this guy is right about McGregor, though. I love that.
Me? Yeah.
Alex, this guy goes, I'm not high enough to believe in McGregor, but I hope you're right. Alex used his trauma and got Conor.
Yeah, if McGregor wins, it's just one of those codes that it's historic, kind of like Gaethje. So I want to give it out ahead of time. So many people going on Holloway and going against McGregor, and the line's not like I don't see that many people backing McGregor.
It's only because of the inactivity. That's all. It's such a crazy ask. The statistic says this doesn't fucking happen. If you wanted to use the champion statistic, which I do for Max. I use the coming back after 35-year-old statistic, and minus Volkanovski, which we know stays very active, really healthy, good boy lifestyle, also fights actual small weight class proper, minus going up to 155 off an injury to Islam that one time, silly move. Volk has been the pinnacle of what a champ should look like, hence his activity, his ability to defend the belt. Conor has done none of that shit. Got slungshot to another, undeserved, gets that one, and does fuck all since. He's had some back and forth moments. I'll never forget how flawless he showed up against the Cowboy and used that shoulder strike sequence to break the nose of Cerrone. And wow, what a beautiful moment, even with Cowboy's family, his grandma there crying, hugging on to him, and Conor being a true fucking gentleman and coming over and giving family and grandma love and assurance that he'll be okay, and apologizing, and then breaking away and it being the fucking notorious again. I was ready for Conor to come back and make a few more statements, but it's clear that the lightweight division has just had a lot more fucking dogs that have shown up, and it's because they're way more humble. They're on their asses, training, busting, sweating, and Conor has been, throughout all of this, living an entirely different life that we can't comprehend because of how quickly and how young this explosion occurred, because he didn't get the highlight on some card that had this level of sensation. He created it. The spotlight was entirely different. He's the guy they've already had movies, documentaries, and yada, yada, yada. Again, people didn't know who Dana White, Bruce Buffer was, right? Yeah, Joe Rogan's one that we can all know. Who's John Anik, right? But they would all know Conor McGregor. And it just goes to show you that he truly is of the mixed martial arts community, love it or hate him, especially with all the allegations and reports and times he's been arrested and the foolishness, the partiness, the bullshit with his family and stuff I don't even want to get into. It's crazy at all that he's back, given all the shit. I never thought I'd see him in an octagon again. I can't put my money behind that, but I certainly am rooting for him to somehow pull this off, because it's bigger. It's bigger for the UFC. Max already farmed amazing once-in-a-lifetime aura. He gets to be the record holder of one of the greatest knockouts in UFC history, not because of how technical it was, but what the opportunity meant to Gaethje in a fight that he was out of. The thanks of letting me have this fight and this opportunity to take this belt from you. You didn't have to. You could have fought Islam. You could have said no to this fight, but you took it knowing the risk, and I broke your nose in the first round. Max said this: I'll give you one more chance. That's what that was. And I got to see it live, and it changed my life forever. Obviously, guys, knowing as big of a Gaethje fan as I am, knowing that moment, I had both a crushed heart, but one full of excitement and roar and amazement for Max. And also respecting the fuck out of Max, betting for the fight to end by knockout, respecting both killers. And it was my highlight to my first ever event. The Poetan knockout was nice, and there were some other moments. Obviously, Diego Lopez was one of my favorite prospects, and he did what he needed to do against Yusuf. But man, did Max Holloway put a fucking chill and electricity down my spine seeing my favorite guy like he was. The way that the live TV cut away from him very quickly, but the way that the Megatron stayed on Gaethje and the amount of blood that was pouring out of his mouth and then being unconscious, truly worried in my heart for his health, his well-being. You find out later that DC's on the side of the octagon crying because of how terrific it truly was to see him this way. Those are the kind of knockouts you don't come back from. Look where we are now. Gaethje had to get one. Gaethje had to get one back for his brother for beating him up, and that's why I love all these punks at 155. They got a special, unique bloodline. No quitter, no bullshit, no back down mentality. Conor is definitely of that cloth, but has it been too far away from the table to be able to dine with these other 155-pound savages is the question. This is just another historic night in MMA, regardless of the outcome. It's going to swing either fighter in a huge way. Max, as we know, win or lose, biggest payday of his life awaits him, much deserved. And yeah, Conor hoping to have the red panty night, man. And I know you are too. So know that also in my heart, for many reasons, I'm both happy for you if Conor does get the knockout done as well. I got a parlay with BSD and Conor rolling from a past card when I was first confident in BSD, and Conor has like the dog value, not knowing if anything would change there at 170, since I know that this is not in favor for Max at all. And also the UFC begging that their star wins for many reasons. So, you know how decisions go, judges go sometimes. If there was a robbery, I'd certainly expect Conor to be part of one at the very least. If you want to talk money, UFC's kind of going through some lawsuit shit right now. So I'm sure they would love some Conor McGregor money pouring down their fucking pockets instead of seeing them get fucked up. So
that's what I'm saying.
So I understand.
That on top of the gematria and astrology code that I decoded, having that information obviously gave me that extra confidence and boost to back him this week. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is a code that I was like, yeah, I better do it ahead of time.
But Max is just my pick, right? I haven't put any action on the fight. Minus I had Conor in a parlay. So that's where I'm looking at Conor. And I'm like, yeah, maybe I could do the rounds 1, 2, and 3 knockout combo, which is what I'm going to pull up right now. But
yeah, I think it's
standalone methods
1, 2, or 3
plus 270. If I go down to 1, 2, and 3 combos, Conor is only 320. 1 and 2s plus 390. Conor 2 and 3 is plus 800. I kind of like that one a lot more, honestly. And Conor 2, 3, or 4 is plus 650. I like the 2 or 3 at plus 800. What do you think about that one for Conor?
Yeah, it could be.
I don't think 3 is too far out of his wheelhouse. It's just that it's his last shot, right? It's if you're not going under 2.5 in that that third round, and you're going into that fourth, there's no way that you're getting momentum over Max, is my opinion for Conor. But like you said, he's got a lot to prove. It's not like he hasn't been doing his street work and shit, but I'm still seeing him gas out in the clips that they're selecting to upload. So I don't like him in that shit, dog. But you know what? Fuck it. Instead of plus 300, I'll go plus 800 and just sweat only having, 2.
That first round's a big sweat because McGregor 3 live round 1.
Oh, yeah, I know it is. But I don't think it's worth splitting the prop in half. I'd rather sweat that Max's grit no matter what, even if Conor fucking him up, to be able to say I'm tough enough to go to 2. You might see fucking
what's round 2 straight up?
When Max gets his cheeks busted open and shit, he kind of looks like a big, long, twiggy gray alien a little bit, but I love him to death. He's my little Hawaiian.
What's Conor KO 2 straight up?
2 straight up?
Knockout in 2.
Yep, I'm going around props.
I'll check my book. Holloway by sub is plus 1,200. Holy shit. See, that's plus 1,200 max by sub.
Mine's plus 1,300 round 2 knockout. And you know what? Since your whole code had 2 written all over it, I'm putting something on that actually. So that's
I got plus 900 McGregor round 2 knockout.
I'm getting plus 1,300, so I'm doing that.
Why am I only getting plus 900 round 2?
Why are your Canadian props better than 99% of my shit? But that's the one I got you by like a bit on.
Because it's gonna end in round 2. That's why round 2 KO McGregor.
Well, all right. I got a little box of UFC trading cards coming your way if it hits, buddy. How about that?
You better. I'll send you my shipping address. I just got this shirt today.
Yeah, shout
from
out
Creed
to
and Tim.
Yeah, good shit. Happy to hear your betting advice show. I couldn't be active during that one, but I pulled it up and Baby Legs was watching it. My dinner finally got done cooking. I sat down, started listening. I was listening to it in the kitchen, but then I started watching some of it. So I like how you fucking amplified your quality and all your hard work on your intros, dude. They're getting really good. So good job there. They're fun.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah, no, keep up your hard work, dude. It's fun to watch. But I think it's hilarious. I'll have a frog swamp cricket sound TV thing on for my frog, dim the lights, and she's just happy chilling in her tank. I'm like, sweet. I come up, play some Dead Zone Rogue, smoke some Hooters, watch some shit, watch some old fight tapes sometimes, come back down, and all of a sudden it's your fucking show. And she's like very engaged up on her log watching the TV. So just know you got a soothing little show you put on. The tempo, the cadence, she likes it. So good job, Fight Fiends Forecast over on YouTube, IG, all the socials. Become a platinum fucker. Be part of these wheels. They're spinning and giving out memberships, free months, all kinds of shit, money. They're doing it a lot actually. So shout out to them for even doing that too. So join the Discord, get involved. We've been featuring random people on Quick Picks and chat. Also during the matchmaking cards, I got to add Aaron Jeffrey and
that was fun.
Yeah, I got to add a couple fighters that we discussed. So it was cool being involved in doing that. Being in chat here means a bit more to the Fiend and I, and you're gonna see and all the other groups that join us, Icy, Tim, AJ, the whole gang is really cool to kind of get acquainted and get to know you guys over time. Especially Icy, he did a big live stream with us for the fight card, and I know AJ was traveling and hopped on a little bit. Tim's in and out. It's cool to see everyone who can swing through, and we're gonna let this thing flourish and grow. But it's so cool hearing perspectives where we're wrong, you're right too. It's all part of the fight game, man. So. What's going on, dude?
What's going on, Blue Jay?
I love how he's sitting here jerking off to the Blue Jays all night, and then some Blue Jay dude. Yeah, you. Because your fucking parlay, his 6-1 parlay. So he's been stroking this bird off all night, and then you come up with that name and say that shit.
That wasn't me who commented that.
I know.
I don't know who that is.
That's what's funny. I'm telling you, that's what's funny as fuck.
And Palm Beach Sleep, his logo was the Blue Jays.
Yeah, I saw that actually.
Let's pull that back up. All the live chat's very active. It's hard to scroll that far back. He's in there somewhere. Yeah, he had the Blue Jays logo too. Palm Beach Sleep.
I love that.
Quite the name.
Fucking stupid. I love it though. I'm also looking at round combos for Conor because 2's props really crazy, but I wouldn't get over greedy. I'd at least combo because it's also max, and I don't know. He's still hard to put away.
Was Palm Beach Sleep on this show in the live chat?
I remember him in your show earlier. I don't know. Was he on this one tonight?
Maybe it was the earlier one.
I remember from earlier. He had my shit.
Maybe I am too high.
Yeah. Maybe. Yeah, again, I really like Conor's round 2 or 3 at plus 800, but yeah, at 1,200 if you're sharp, 2's really good value.
Oh, which underdog? I just talked about McGregor. You got to rewind that.
Yeah, we're talking about Conor knockout prop.
We collabed though on one though. Remember that with Icy?
Yeah. Reese is a dog. Kind of on the favorite train on the majority of the fights, but Reese was a dog that I could believe in, given the fact that he's definitely had some more time in the UFC octagon. I think tougher guys. He's on. He sometimes fumbles the bag and then loses, or then it comes close. This other guy, he's got a lot more to show to me at this level, and I think Reese is a tough ass still. If Reese puts it on you, hits the gas pedal, he's a motherfucker, dude. I like Reese when he's actually accurate and isn't trying to scoot his ass around and pull guard and be a jiu-jitsu nerd. When Reese wants to strike, he is dangerous, and I like it.
Round 2 Reese plus 650.
So, yep, Jack Reese, good underdog. I think Mario is a good dog against Sandhagen. I think Tracy Cortez is a great, she's a pick'em, so I think that's an even prop. But depending your bookie, if Cortez is a dog, her wrestling base could just wet blanket. So those, I think there's actually some good dogs on the card, and we're gonna get some barking. I expect at least 2 or 3 barks on this card. Actually, an underdog pulling an upset.
Pimblett, you have Pimblett.
Pimblett's gonna be one of my favorites for sure. But see, the thing is favorite given the level of opposition and everything, and me being a big Pimblett fan, but I'm also a BSD fan too. And my original pick on the fight was BSD. I actually have a parlay cooking with him. So it's a tough one for me all around because I respect both guys. I think we both agreed, Fiend, that we worry a lot for Patty in the first 5 minutes of this fight, but then afterwards we kind of like Patty. But Fiend is going BSD, and I am going Patty. So this will be a very interesting fight, and I'm happy for either guy. But I know that Pimblett's been able to show me the blueprints of being able to survive some good shit so far, and BSD has kind of failed that test. So that's kind of where I'm at.
That's where you're at. That's where we're at. End of stream.
Hell yeah,
Live chat still jumping in.
Yeah, I love it.
Doesn't want it to end.
3.5 hours in, man. We do this shit forever. No, we had a great time. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, that was a great one. It was a long one, but it was great.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you might have to rewind to get some of the full predictions again, because this is it. Honestly, it's 2 a.m. where I'm at, so it's time for bed soon.
Yeah, no, same. Yep, it's 1 a.m. on my end too. But yeah, my sleep schedule's fucked. But like I was saying, up to you if you want to do like a graphic with just each of our picks today, with like a link to the video for the croaking and the smoking, ton of clip farming. Otherwise, obviously, I'm gonna do a much briefer pick. Like a pick breakdown maybe tomorrow night, so probably do that. But yeah, I'd like to go back and grab some of these receipts and our moments and highlights of, because we really did a good job of breaking down so many scenarios that there's no way we can't come back and hey look at our boy F3 over here smacked that one. Like, that was great. I obviously want your second round, Conor, because having a pick is one thing, but you breaking and deciphering a code down to come up with that outcome.
I did a little both.
And then the fact that you got me to put some action on it for some fun, it would be I definitely give you credit where credit's due and boast that post for you as being like, hey, that was your Justin Gaethje moment, man. Like, you called out a fucking huge dog, and good job, the specifics of it.
Yeah, it doesn't always work, but when it does, my God, you love to have those bets in your back pocket. Just another strategy. It's not the only strategy I went off the whole night. I just brought it up once because I was so confident.
Yeah. Well, let me ask one last question about Conor then, since this is something that you heavily believe in as well. Your bet, your pick, etc. Conor, do you think he gets it done with his kicks, boxing? What do you think? What do you think his road to success against Max looks like? Because we all know Max's boxing's timeless, regardless of weight.
Could be a big kick with that steel leg.
Yeah, I don't know the details of what was like done, but
could be a 1-2.
He's got a huge fucking steel
1-2 down the middle, just boom.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if Ilya can drop Max, Conor can certainly fucking do the same harder.
Conor's going to be big. I'd like to see them at the weigh-ins and face-offs for sure, and just kind of see them side by side. Who's the bigger frame? How does Max move up?
See you sell the records
170
the last 5 years.
It's crazy how the gematria worked so well for Conor in this specific matchup, though. How much info was found on the show here, and thanks to Blue Jays subscribing.
I saw
much appreciation.
Very much
from BC, another Canadian lad.
Yep.
Keep your stick on the Discord. I'm a goalie. None 5-hole.
Yep. Join the Discord, guys. There's links in there for more socials for each of us and another community of cappers that you may recognize, as well as other sports of interest. And we're going to do more jam out sessions like this. I think, correct me if I'm wrong. What are you playing your shit on? You use Sony Cat, my Xbox. What are you gaming on these days?
PS5.
PS5. I think UFC 6 will drop eventually later in the year for PC, and it's going to be cross-platform. So I think that would be a fun one to do a community night with, where we're just doing matchmaking and doing like a little tournament where we watch people and do fight commentating for people fighting each other and shit, as well as participate in our own fights. It'd be a good time. So just look forward to like more future collabs, because me and Fiend, we're having way too much fun kicking it with y'all, and obviously ripping and croaking and having a great fucking show with you boys and girls out there. So we'll
Blue
see.
Jays.
Yeah.
Blue Jays saying here the Conor fight could be staged. He can't bet on it. Well, with the Zodiac information, it might be stage 4 Conor to win.
Exactly.
Or you might want to bet on it.
If it was staged for anybody, it was staged for Conor, the cash cow of UFC.
Especially now after Ilya lost and Hamzat lost, there's no real superstar.
Well, think of the rivalry fight with Islam Makhachev. Like, that is the thing. That is the fight that the UFC, the world of MMA, would blow up and create the new record in all-time views on a fight. 100%. Conor McGregor fighting Islam Makhachev. You'd see the graphic of Coach Khabib in the background with the PlayStation controller. It'd be so fucking sweet. I'd get that poster in a heartbeat. Father's Plan meeting his arch nemesis, one of the most hated rivalries in all of the world of combat sports. Yeah. Fighting the basically like little brother of Khabib. Now, what if Conor pulled the upset? If little fucking sweet Volkanovski featherweight can knock down Islam and have a moment, then Conor, just like he can pull an upset against Max, he can do the same with Islam in the striking department all fucking day. What if just maybe Islam gets sparked out by Conor McGregor? He finds Coach Khabib in the corner and starts mouthing some shit at him. That's obviously getting Khabib to like grab the cage, ripping up. They're having some words, and Conor's already getting there. Security's already over it, and they're pulling him back, and he's pointing, he's mouthing at Khabib. And then obviously they're gonna make that call out, get this fucking rat back in this octagon, and like makes this fucking epic call out to the rematch with Khabib. And that was the straw that broke the camel's back. And we have Khabib returning once again to have this final fight with Conor McGregor. And then again, what are we doing to this? Like, this feels like a TKO wrestling. It's so scripted and perfect that here it is. But the reality is, it's like, if you know martial arts, the shit all has a chance of actually happening this way. And we know the character in Conor that it would play out this way exactly to a T there. And it's just the only thing I can't answer for you, because I'm not the script writer of this, is, does Khabib say yes? Would he come back and avenge his little brother getting fucking... It's got to be a like spectacular...
And then loses.
First, second round knockout. Oh my God. First, second round knockout. That's like a statement. Islam's hurt bad, like out. And Khabib's like fucking mouthing at him, just getting nasty after, where Khabib's emotions are already through the fucking roof, seeing Islam that way. And Khabib immediately finds him, fucking points the finger, gives the filth. I think that would set naturally any man out of retirement in that fight or flight stage for your loved ones, your family. That is the one where you say, sorry, mother, but I'm going to do this for our brother, your son, Islam.
Based off this comment, Toad, what do you think?
And then Khabib can say, "This is the part of Father's plan I never told you all." And then he comes back and beats the piss out of Conor, dog. And that's why, guys, you didn't even fucking know. But this is right here. If you want to drop that real quick, this is a Khabib and Conor right there facing off.
Right. That's a sick shirt.
I think
based off this comment, I don't think all fights are, but I think based on a whole year, there's definitely a couple. Not every fight night. Maybe the main event, maybe every main event could be. But I don't know.
Well, to some degree, you have to ask yourself, like,
there's some fights with the money and like the line movement, and then seeing a guy get starched in round one, and then just looking back at like the odds and then the percentage of picks, definitely maybe something going on in some fights. And then even the Bulgarian one, there was some sketchy stuff go on. So like, I can't say no, you know what I mean? I gotta be honest.
Yeah. There's a difference between I was traveling and this athletic commission's shit, and that's a judge that does boxing primarily that was assigned from their athletic commission to come out and officiate a MMA event. Like, there's been such scenarios that, people that are legally fucking blind and are missing some chromosomes, but nonetheless, they sometimes get this job. And when it's asked backwards like that, I think there has to be almost like an official challenge that the UFC can then like open up like a digital scorecard to 3 renowned score judges that they never get to maybe officiate in person, because they're going to see everything through a camera and not miss shit and have the perfect purview. And you're going to have 3 very solid scorecards. Maybe that should be the scoring criteria, period. Unless we're going to update ringside people with the adequate technology to, tap in better per se. Put fucking VRs on them. Have them hanging out. They want to talk to the fucking ref and shit. Do whatever you got to do to make it so they can't miss shit, because judges will also miss based on their seating and where the fight takes place. It's stupid. Fights go wrong all the time. But the biggest thing that I want to circle here is that what is the risk? What is the gain? What is the loss? UFC evaluates this in matchmaking. There is meaningful matchmaking, and then there's also just fuck it. We need to get this fight done on the contract. There's those. When you talk about main events and you talk about, big breakthrough fights, maybe highlighting the final fight on a prelim card, opening up a main event, UFC sometimes just does whatever. Fights fall through. Fuck it. We're happy to have a card. But sometimes there's some methodical thinking, and it's a win-win, but we're rooting for this outcome more so because it sets up everything, or it's better for the sport. When we say better for the sport, we're talking about renowned resumes that beat the likes of better people, not getting the upset that night against somebody who shouldn't beat them on paper, but does. And that's how the fight game works. Maybe that breaks future matchmaking intentions. You're not always just thinking about the fight at hand. What does this build next? And matchmaking gets deep at that level. So when Toad and the Fiend get to tap in and do some matchmaking, we get to do a final card of what the matchmaking would then simulate and then create as a futuristic card from there. So it's another dimension of matchmaking that we're going to introduce together, and part of it is going to involve this and maybe some of this too. So cheers. Love you guys. We've croaked a lot. It's late as fuck. We gotta get some
more root beers.
We're gonna have some more root beers and call it a night. We love you guys tapping in late, by the way. Fucking Blue Jay, Keep Safe as Technique. Seeing some cool new names float through, and a subscription. So love you guys. Stay tuned. There's so much more content than you probably are aware with this group, especially up here with Fiend. He's definitely more active than most. So check his socials. I'll be on there too. MMA Toad checking out, boys and girls. We love you.
Go Blue Jays. What a win today. Cashed early. 3rd inning. Final leg of the parlay.
Yeah. Nice 6X. Nice 6X tonight, man. I'll start doing my no sweats with you. We'll cap on some baseball together. That'd be fun.
Wow,
I'll start bringing up the games with you.
Yeah, thanks again to the live chat.
Cheers, boys. Thank you.
3.5 hours in, we're gonna close the stream, throw up the ending videos.
2 men with like actual careers and shit. Yeah, we did quite good tonight, brother. I know you're a grinder, so you
it's
got
past
these
2 a.m.
Yeah. We got
second stream of the day. I already have a full card prediction show out too. This is my second full card prediction show. Yeah, this is my second one. Had to go through it again with my friend MMA Toad. Thanks again, MMA Toad.
Dude, thank you so much. Love you, bro. Fucking goated, bro. Love you, man. Thank you.
Let's go. Thanks, live chat. Thanks, MMA Toad. We'll be back.
Hit your fucking outro. Hit your outro. I want to see this
some bags.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Let's go. Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern time. Prop beans are back. Don't miss it. Stay forecasted.
I'll see you guys there.
Bags.
3 bets. 3 bets.
Boom, boom, pop.